That is.
Yes.
Malad, in item number 3, the matter has become infructuous.
Item number 3.
Item number 3.
The counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner has submitted that the instant writ petition has become infructuous. Accordingly, the instant writ petition stands closed.
Lordship, in item number 54, we have filed an affidavit, Lordship, that may kindly be called for. Obliged.
Daily list, item number 1.
You're there?
Yes, sir. Yes, my lord. My senior is on lake in another port. He is coming.
The Lordship may kindly allow me to mention one matter.
No. We are mentioning it. Take out.
Item number 2 for admission.
Good. Item number 3. Tonight you are there for the petitioner?
Yes, Lord. In this case, Lordship, in respect of 2 plots of land, Lordship, on partition petition was filed with the district commissioner in the year 2011, Lord. That petition was this petition was filed in the year 2014, and in spite of repeated pursuant, Lordship, the circle officer was not disposing. I mean, the SDO was not disposing of the partition petition, and that is why this petition was.
You filed what?
A partition petition, Lord.
Then?
That is not, till 2014 it was not disposed of, and purportedly on the ground at paragraph number 6, Lordship,
of
the petition. That it is submitted respectfully that though the case has been filed in the year 2011 and proceeded with, but kept awaited for years, and the same could not be disposed of by the respondent number 3, the circle officer, purportedly on the ground of availability of land record as orally disclosed by the office of the state circle officer. However, the petitioners have not been given any order in writing so far in this behalf. Not yet.
what do they say in the affidavit?
Affidavit.
Where is the revenue? Who is appearing? You are appearing?
I'm for the state government. State government.
Understood. State government, you are appearing for whom? You have not filed the affidavit?
Respondent number 3 is the circle officer.
Yes. What is your instruction?
I am for 2 and 3.
Understood. What is your instructions? This is an old matter of 2014.
Whole matter, but from the record that affidavit was not trace of this. But I could make out one thing, that there is a writ petition pending in the High Court, whereby those records has been called into the court for which this entire process of partition. That writ petition number is yes. That writ petition number is 6498. This is a long old instruction. Maybe till now the record must have left. And
Madam, you are appearing for whom?
Item 2.
Yes.
I'm appearing for respondent number 4. Petitioner filed boundary demarcation. That was not some system of maybe petitioner filed boundary demarcation.
What application?
Boundary demarcation or the demarcation of the boundary.
Yes. Then?
Partition, and then that was there is delay, so they have filed this.
Where is that application? Filed by the petitioner, Mr. Naik?
Uh,
Annexure two.
Annexure.
This is not a demarcation application, this is a partition.
Partition.
This is a partition under section 100.
Or I have missed the file, Lordship, so I am unable to. The petition copy I do not have.
And what is the case number you are mentioning? Which petition?
Okay, at some point.
Yeah,
of time, this
WPC
matter-
6498.
this matter Was also heard along with those methods, but subsequently it has been segregated and those methods has already been decided. Lord. It's a related to Kamekta related matter. They would terminate.
Wait. You are appearing for whom?
For the petitioner. Jane Dr. Gura, Maniripada.
File 50. We have filed this here. Mr. Borwa,
Yes,
you get your instructions on Wednesday
yes.
as to why till date, what has happened to the partition app.
That, the other cases disposed of from the record I have found out. The other case, because at that point of time, those records were called into the court, maybe that reason. But presently, I have to get the instruction.
Get your instruction on Wednesday.
Yes.
Mr. S. Borwa, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the Deputy Commissioner Kamrup, Metro.
Yes.
6 for an accommodation for obtaining instruction as regards the fate of the application filed by the petitioner seeking partition. List the matter again on 26th of July 2023.
Right.
Mr. Naik, you just find out any order has been passed out there in that case.
Related method. Yes.
Just get to dispose it. So these matters are, you want a partition, the partition has to be given. If it is not, then they have to refer it to the civil court. You can't keep on pending for 2011 on.
In the disposal also name may be recorded.
What?
In number. Item number 3, it's been disposed of. Appearance may be recorded.
You give your name in the slip. I don't record anybody's name in the order. On top of it, I put the name whoever has appeared.
Okay.
Yes,
May
Mr.
I
Gordon.
please, your lordship, my lord, in this matter, the service is complete on response number 7. And I have gone through the record. The response number 7 has filed an application seeking for legal aid to be appointed legal aid.
Madam. Yes, Ms. Chaudhary. In this matter, you become the amicus. This is a matter where there is a the authority concerned have deducted 10,000 rupees from his salary to be paid to the wife. Wife stays out there in Kerala.
Kerala.
She doesn't have the source of income. So I request you if you can become the amicus out here for or the legal aid counsel out there, the amicus for the purpose of the respondent number
7.
7.
Why?
7.
7.
Respondent number 7.
Private.
You provide all the pleadings out.
Provide a copy, my lord.
This court, pursuant to the order dated 25/5/2023, service was duly effected upon the respondent number 7. It appears from the record that an application was filed by the respondent number 7, stating inter alia that she has no resources for the purpose of contesting the instant proceedings. Taking into account the above, this court therefore this court had requested Ms. R. Chaudhary, appearing on behalf of Ms. R. Chaudhary, the learned counsel, as to whether she would like to be the amicus and so that amicus, so that the interest of the respondent number 7 could be protected. The learned counsel have duly consented to the same, and accordingly, this court therefore appoints Ms. R. Chaudhary appearing Ms. R. Chaudhary as the amicus. The learned counsel for the petitioner is directed to submit to serve copies of the writ petition, copies of the writ petition along with the affidavit. No, the learned counsel for the petitioner is directed to serve a copy of the writ petition, and the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent number 1 to 6 is also directed to serve a copy of the affidavit to Ms. R. Chaudhary for the purpose of by 26th of July. List the matter again on 2nd of August.
I'm deeply.
The registry shall show the name of Ms. R. Chaudhary appearing on behalf of as the amicus, learned amicus, appointed by this court.
Obliged, my lord.
At number 4,
Yes, please, Lord. Lordship, it is become instructor.
The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner has submitted that the writ petition has become infructuous, and accordingly the writ petition stands closed. Interim order, if interim order was there,
Lordship,
interim order, if any, stands vacated.
five,
Yes, Mr. Bhatti, what do you have to say? What is this case about?
I am for the private respondent.
I will respond then. What is the matter about? Yes,
Okay.
GMC. Yes, what is the case about?
is basically alleging that the building is for residential and it is used for commercial purpose.
Huh.
And business activities are going on from the building.
Stop the illegal use of the residential building by the respondent number 4 for commercial purpose, particularly. You have filed your affidavit.
But I have not filed the affidavit. my lord.
You have the instructions.
That instructions have not come, my lord. So it will some more time to file my affidavit. And the
And,
respondent has also
Mr.
filed the affidavit.
Mr. Bhatti, you have filed your affidavit.
Yes, my lord, I have already.
Mr. Esbora appearing on behalf of the GMC's request for an accommodation so that he can obtain the instructions and file an affidavit in the matter. It also it is relevant to take note of that Mr. Esbora had earlier also on 7/3/2022 sought for an adjournment for filing the affidavit. However, no affidavit has been filed. Taking into account the above, list the matter again on 9th of August 2023.
Another 1 week.
No, nothing doing. We have it on 2nd of August. 2nd of August,
No,
9th of August. On 9th of August 2023, by which day the counsel appearing on behalf of the GMC shall either obtain shall file the affidavit without faith.
at number 6,
Yes, Mr. Soikia.
Petitioner has submitted an application for my lord, allotment of land that he possessed, and accordingly the page 55. He was directed to deposit my lord premium. And accordingly, petitioner has submitted the premium by Salon page 56. Thereafter, my lord, page 59, settlement was granted by the concerned authority.
Yes.
Page 59. But subsequently it came to the knowledge of the authority that the land under the possession is a separate land.
Huh?
Separate land. It is not still land. They say it might. Page 59.
In the allotment report of the circular officer regarding allotment of the
By this settlement has been given.
Covered by dark in the name of the state hereby granted in favor of. So this is being done by the Deputy Commissioner.
Yes.
Then what happened?
Then when the petitioner applied for the patta, my lord, the authority has informed. Lord, you will find page
Where?
65.
What they have to.
Type copy, my lord. With
With
regard to
regard
the
to the
above
as well
mentioned,
as this inform you that as per the application of the circuit officer, there is no similarity between your application regarding allotment and the land which is under the it is mentioned in your application it not belong to dual claim or not. Sale land is actually included under it. Then
Then petitioner submitted an application page 67 for correction of all the records. But nothing was done. This is the case.
yes, government.
In fact, as we have already stated in our affidavit, so there.
Where is the affidavit? There is no affidavit
There
here.
is a
Affidavit is there. my lord.
affidavit is there.
No, there is no affidavit here. अच्छा नहीं affidavit. नहीं. No affidavit. You don't have an
May
affidavit.
I hand over my
When did you file your affidavit?
affidavit has been filed on,
It is on 5/9/2020.
it's on 13th of August, 2022.
Mr. Esbulwa, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent state submits that an affidavit has been filed by the
Filed by the Deputy Commissioner. Sipsagar.
Deputy Commissioner Sipsagar on 13th of August
30.
2022. However, the same is not brought on record by the registry. Taking into account the above, the matter again on 2nd of August 2023, the registry shall bring on record the said affidavit.
All right.
7,
Hmm.
First, if you have petitioner supplied materials for construction of city block road, and the outstanding payment of rupees total 1,05,000 has not been paid till date.
Who has not paid you?
But the PNRD authorities, that is,
Where is the PNRD?
even it has been passed by the block development officer already. I'm on page 22 in the relevant type.
PNRD, who is appearing? No PNRD. Wait for some time. We will get hold of the PNRD. If it is not there, next time we will pass an order.
Public.
Yes, Mr. Surya.
My lord, these are cases where pending bills have not been paid, therefore the work could not proceed. My lord, the notice of motion was issued on long back, my lord.
Yes, who is appearing for PNR, PWD?
Nayak also appears.
I have spoken today. My lord, in fact, the last bill was paid in September 2019. 85% of the work has been completed. Because of non-payment of bill, and there is a specific terms in the contract. If within 15 days, they are supposed to pay the running bill.
Mr. Naik, what is this? No non-payment of dues?
So far as my instruction is concerned, today morning also I took verbal instruction, Lordship. And they are saying that last bill was paid in the month of December last year, Lordship. And no bill is pending in respect of this work, Lordship. And so far as work is concerned, Lordship, more than 33% work is yet to be completed, Lordship. So that this allegation of non-payment of bill,
Why didn't you put it on
Lordship,
affidavit?
next week, Lordship.
Yes, Mr. P. Naik, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the PWD submits that the last bill have been paid. The last bill of the petitioner was paid on the month of December
Lordship
2000.
may not record that, Lordship. It is an oral instruction, but so far as instruction is concerned, it has been said that no bill is pending. That is, Lordship.
Mr. P. Naik, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the PWD submits that as per his instruction, there is no bill pending And the petitioner is yet to complete 33%,
About 33%.
yet to complete around 33% of the work. This court is of the opinion that such statements, such instructions is required to be brought on record for a proper adjudication of the petition. The PWD department is granted 2 weeks' time to file the affidavit. List the matter again on 9th of August 2023. The affidavit be filed by 4th of August 2023. The petitioner, if so advised, may file the reply in the meantime.
Deep blue, obliged.
9,
May it please your lordship. Lordship, this matter, in this particular case, the respondents are the Jorhat Development Authority. The Jorhat Development Authority had floated a scheme for construction and development of residential plots of land in the year 2002, my lord. My lord, this advertisement was issued on 17th of April 2022. And in the said advertisement, it was stated that the interested persons may collect the application forms from the Office of Jorhat Development Authority between 22nd April to 30th of April 2022. Thereafter, my lord, another advertisement was issued by the respondents on 20th of May 2022.
So you are asking back the 35,000.
35,000 along with interest, madam. Notice has been deemed to be served by your Lavazima order dated 16/11/2022. However, none has appeared on behalf of the respondents till date.
Yeah, show me, what is your case?
My lord. My lord, if I may take your lordships to the representation, my lord. Annexure 8, my lord. Page number 30. May I read? Second representation was submitted in 2009.
Yes, tell me. How is your reputation maintainable?
My lord, because the state respondents had floated a scheme.
Understood. Everything is understood.
My lord,
You paid the money in 2002.
2002, my lord.
Then-
Thereafter, my lord, the scheme fee was floated in 2006.
Whatever may be, 2002, the last of the cause of action has happened in 2011.
My lord,
You give a legal notice in 2021.
my lord, that was
It's
subsequent.
a
to
question
my
of
lord.
limitation. How can you invoke the public law remedy for that? Tell me,
My lord,
how can you open? What were you doing all this while? If you have not
we
got,
had
you should
been-
have approached.
We had been following up with the office of the respondent number 2 and we had submitted.
It doesn't show that we have been following up with the respondent number 2 after 2011 till 2021. Where is your statement that we have been following it up? Show me. You can't keep on doing this. You can't get a relief under the writ jurisdiction. How can you get a relief out in a sued. How can you get a relief out here?
If your lordship will kindly accommodate me for the limitation part, my lord,
Why?
I'll do the appropriate research, my lord, and I'll place judgment for the honorable court.
Yes. The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner. Upon hearing the learned counsel for the petitioner, it appears that the claim of the petitioner dates back to the year 2002. And the writ petition was filed in the year 2022, after almost 20 years. The learned counsel is therefore to explain. Now, on a specific query being made to the learned counsel as regards the question of limitation and the delay in latch, question of limitation, as regards the delay in latches, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner had submitted that he would like to take instructions in the matter, and she would like to take she seeks an accommodation for taking into account the above the list the matter again on 14th of August 2023.
Deeply obliged.
Timing item 7.
Other side to court. Other side not again can you. The island of no, die will.
Ten.
Yes.
This matter is regarding the loan it was sought by the petitioner, a loan for studying in the D Pharma course, diploma in pharmacy. Since 2021, he is studying. In fact, this year he is supposed to complete it. He had challenged the rejection by the bank of his loan application.
What is this writ petition for? How can you file a writ petition? Somebody rejecting a loan, you file a writ petition.
That is what has happened, Malad. And our stand was very clear. We have filed our affidavit. We have said that as per the guidelines that the bank has framed, the petitioner is not eligible. And Malad, that is our affidavit is there. Malad. The Lordship will kindly take up page 28 onwards. That is the affidavit in opposition that we have filed.
Yes, 28.
Page 28. And the Lordship will come to page 33, Malad. This is a circular, Malad, which was framed by the bank pursuant to the IBA guidelines, Indian Banks Association. And the name of the scheme and the details are given in page 36 onwards.
Page
36. It is known as
Tell me, what is the qualification he does not meet?
No qualification, if your Lordship will come, Malad.
Generally, admission to profession and training into common entrance and here.
Yes. This
To
part,
have secured admission to a higher education course in recognized university institution in India through entrance test. However, for admission to some of the postgraduate admission is work experience the only criteria for this demand.
If your Lordship will come to the next parameter, C, while considering the eligibility, this part, where the student has obtained admission in eligible course through merit-based selection process, he or she could be considered meritorious. Generally, admission to professional and technical courses is through common entrance tests, and those who get admission through this process be considered meritorious. Now, the next para is not applicable to him because this is a selection which he claims is not purely based on marks. So, this para, we say that common entrance test in this case means any NEET, joint entrance examination or CAT, those which are on a pan-India or at least on a broad basis. Here, this is an institute. Lordship will see in the documents that he has annexed. Almost all the candidates are from Hailakandi or from Kachar district. And this is a local selection. It's not a selection that is available to candidates from outside. This is his past record is such that he, Lordship will see the documents that he has annexed. Page 13, Malot. Page 13 onwards, Malot. He of the writ petition. He got first division in the HSLC exam. Then, Malot, if your Lordship will see the next page, Malot 14. in 2018, Malad, he passed the HSSLC, Malad, and he got third division. Malad. In fact, he got 32.33%, which he was forced to improve. And by in the next exam again, Malad, he got 50% at page 16. Malad, merit, Malad,
When did you reject?
Malad, the application as such was filed.
On 6/4/2022.
Yes.
When did you
It's
reject?
an online manner.
When did
we
you
inform
reject?
you verbally, because there is no scope for any.
But this annexure 1
Lodge.
was only issued on 9/6/2022.
Yes, 9/6/2022, but
But his application was of 6/4/2022. When did you inform?
we informed immediately, man.
Then this application, this was not there.
Because earlier there was no scheme at all, man. He has to be considered.
So how can this court take into consideration this document?
Because
That you have a scheme now on which will come into effect on 9/6.
no, there are previous circulars also, Malad.
Where is the
because
previous circular?
Those,
Which says,
those would stand superseded, Malad.
which one is that previous circular at that point of
Those
time?
are of 2021 and 2022.
Page 22.
No, those, Malad, we have not annexed here.
Then why haven't you enclosed? That is the thing, because you have rejected at that point of time.
Lodge.
And this circular has come only on 9/6. Mr. A. Ganguly, appearing on behalf of the respondent, Punjab National Bank, submits that he would like to bring on record by way of an affidavit the
Prevalent scheme.
The-
The relevant scheme.
the relevant circulars pertaining to education and loan at the time when the application seeking loan was filed. List the matter again on 21st of August 2023. In the meantime, the said affidavit be brought on record.
Okay. Public.
11
Said
and
circular
12.
be brought on record by way of an additional.
11 and 12.
Yes, madam. What you are asking for?
Whether it's relating to non-payment of contextual
Non-payment. Civil supplies. Yes, why haven't you paid?
Lordship, in item number 11, Lordship, we have not submit the bill properly, Lordship. Rupees 15,65,085, that was not certified and countersigned.
And the other one? 12?
That something, that is 4 lakh something, Lordship.
There.
That will be paid, Lordship.
Hello, let him submit in accordance as per you. And within 6 months, you take a call and make the payment, verify and make the payment. The case of a petitioner herein, item 11. The petitioner herein is aggrieved by the action of the respondents in not making the payment of rupees 19,31,188, to which the petitioner claims to be entitled to. It reveals from the records that
May please, Your Lordship, may I say something? Your Honor, my senior is not well. Can we make a passport application?
I'm giving it in your favor, and why you are not doing it? It appears from the records that the Director of Information, Public Relations, Printing and Stationery, Assam, had issued a short tender notice dated 27/1/2014, whereby government registered firms or dealers were invited for doing lamination on the cover of the ration card under NFSA 2013. The petitioner duly submitted his tender, his or her, his tender, and was selected for doing lamination on the cover of ration card under NFSA 2013. Subsequent thereto, 3 work orders were issued in favor of the petitioner for doing lamination on the cover of the ration card under NFSA. The details of the work orders are as under paragraph 6 of the. The petitioner claims that he has duly completed the said work and had submitted bills submitted 3 bills totaling to an amount of rupees 26,09,188. It is the further case of the petitioner that the petitioner was only paid an amount of rupees 6,78,000. And an amount of rupees 19,31,188 remained pending. The petitioner thereupon has approached the respondent authorities time and again. However, the respondent authorities have not made the payment for which the petitioner has approached this court by filing the present petition. It appears on record that this court had issued notice on 29/9/2022. Today, when the matter has been taken up, the learned counsel, Mr. S. Borua, appearing on behalf of the
N. Goswami.
N. Goswami. The learned counsel, Mr. N. Goswami, appearing on behalf of the Food and Civil Supplies Department, Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Department of the Government of Assam, had submitted that the petitioner's bills have not been cleared in view of the fact that the said bills have not been
Processed
why it has not been processed?
because it was not properly certified or countersigned.
Have not been processed as the said bills were not properly
Certified and countersigned.
certified and countersigned by the
Contractor petitioner.
Huh?
Petitioner.
by the petitioner. Is it so?
No.
Or anybody else has to countersign?
The petition was not certified and countersigned. By whom it is not
Been certified and countersigned.
It is amount to 15,65,852. That is the amount of the bill.
He further submitted that the total entitlement of the petitioner upon verification his amount is 15 lakhs.
65,852.
So and so.
That is a number of bill. That is not the admitted. That is this bill loss. Remaining.
But
is
he
also,
claims to be 19
no,
lakhs.
that is two loss. That is under one bill loss. That is 15 lakhs is the third bill loss because he has submitted 10 lakhs. On that bill remaining is 4,000 is 4 lakhs is the loss. 6 lakhs was already been paid out in the earlier bill.
Illegal has not been properly certified and countersigned. He however submits that if the bills are being properly certified and countersigned, the respondent authority shall duly take appropriate steps for the purpose of releasing the said amounts to which the petitioner is entitled to subject to verifications. Taking into account the above stand of the Food and Civil Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Department as submitted by the Learned Counsel, Mr. N. Goswami.
There is Director of Printing and Stationery. Director of Printing and Stationery, not the Food and Civil Supplies.
About to codify, appearing on behalf of all the respondents. Food and Supplies information. Let me check. Now, who makes the payment?
Meant by the Director and Food and Civil Supplies, but that will be verified by the Director of Printing and
It's
Stationery.
a different thing. I'm not concerned about it. Who will make the payment?
Food and Civil Supplies.
Taking into account the above, this court therefore is of the opinion that the interest of the justice would be met if a direction is given to the petitioner to submit Mr. Goswami, who has informed you? Who has given you that instruction?
The Director of Printing and Stationery.
Instruction. Direction is given to the petitioner to approach the director, information, public relation, printing and stationery aside. Who shall intimate the petitioner upon taking into account the above, this court therefore is of the opinion that the interest of the justice would be met if the petitioner is permitted to submit his bills, uncleared bills in the proper format, and a direction is given to the concerned respondent authorities to make necessary verification thereupon and make payment to the petitioner to the amount to which he is entitled. Accordingly, this court therefore disposes of the instant writ petition, thereby giving the petitioner the liberty to submit his unpaid bills in the proper format, and thereupon the respondent authorities, and more particularly, who is going to make the verification?
Director of Food and Civil Supplies.
And thereupon the respondent authorities, and more particularly the Director of Food and Civil Supply, that is the respondent number 6, thereupon the respondent number 5 and 6 shall make necessary verification as regards the petitioner's entitlement. And upon finding that the petitioner is entitled to the said amount be paid to the petitioner. The said exercise be completed by the respondent number 5 and 6 at their end within a period of 3 months from the date a certified copy of the instant order along with the bills being submitted in the proper format. In the proper manner by the petitioner. What is the other matter? This is how much?
Product something.
Yeah, why you are not paid?
Reason not mentioned, but he has submitted 15,69,000. The subsequent we have paid 11,76,975.
And so the case of the petitioner herein is that the petitioner is aggrieved by the inaction on the part of the respondent authorities in not making the payment of an amount of rupees 4,59,436.50. The case of the petitioner herein is that the petitioner herein is that Director of Information, Public Relation, Printing and Stationery Assam, that is the respondent number 5, had issued the tender. For the purpose of for the purpose of ration card binding with folding, gathering, stitching, cutting, numbering, and all finishing under the NFSA 2013. The petitioner participated in the said tender process and was issued a work order. Issued 2 work orders, the details of which are given here in below, paragraph 5 of property. Pursuant thereto, the petitioner submitted a bill by serial number 542 amounting to rupees 15,69,300 and another bill amounting to rupees 67,111.50. The Director of Information, Public Relation, the respondent number 5, that is the Director of Information, Public Relation, Printing and Stationery Assam, had on 26/4/2014 paid an amount of rupees 11,76,975 against the total amount of rupees, against the total entitlement, against the total claimed entitlement of rupees 15,69,300. Apart from that, the respondent number 5 had also failed to pay the amount of rupees 67,111.50. Thereby, the petitioner therefore claims an amount of rupees 4,59,436.50. Being aggrieved, the petitioner thereupon has approached the respondent authorities on various occasions, but as the respondent authorities have failed to make the payment, the petitioner has approached this court. It appears on record that the petitioner, that this court had issued notice on 30/9/2022. Today, when the matter has been listed, Mr. N. Goswami, appearing on behalf of the Food and Civil Supplies Department, as well as also for the Directorate of Information, Public Relation, Printing and Stationery, had submitted that as to whether the petitioner would be entitled to the remaining amount of rupees 4,59,436.50 would require a verification to be carried out by the said respondent authorities. Taking into account the above, this court therefore disposes of the instant writ petition, thereby directing the respondent number 5 and 6 to make necessary verification as regards the petitioner's entitlement of the amount of rupees 4,59,436.50 as claimed in the instant writ petition. And thereupon, upon verification, if it is found that the petitioner is entitled to the said amount or such other amount, the same be paid to the petitioner. This entire exercise be completed by the respondent number 5, the respondent authorities, including the respondent number 5 and 6, within a period of 3 months from the date a certified copy of the instant order is served upon the respondent number 5 and 6. Yeah, I got order to do 5 and 6 point. Where he has appeared, has appeared for Pudil server along with the Directorate of Information.
13.
Mr. Sigurua, are you appearing for NH? You keep on appearing for?
NHA and NHA detail.
Hey, Aji, last item kita rakam. Why I'm saying is this here. Item number 43 at our next. That is NHPP. You are not appearing.
No. NHPP is prepared.
Because these are all matters which have come from ownership.
Yes.
You just have a look at 43 to 47.
I'll
Now there, the lawyer was duly appearing there. But now what has happened, all these requisitions were filed here. And the matters have been transferred here. Now nobody is appearing for them.
Yes. One case is allowed here, though it is electoral measure of NSPC issue is involved pending before our honorable division bench. One senior advocate Jindal is appearing. NSPC. He comes from Chilong and appear in this case. But anyhow, if I get number from him, I'll contact him.
Now these are many matters which have come from
That's
ownership.
similar. Oh, he has informed me. Then learned senior advocate DK Tiwari is appearing.
In all those matters.
These matters I don't know. NSPC. I'll try to find out.
Because these were matters in ownership. There were all the every day I am getting around 4 or 5 matters which have been transferred from there to here.
I'll talk with him.
Yeah, inform me. Yeah.
Here, Miller.
Because he doesn't know. So I'm asking the registry to inform the NHPC, which will only delay. It's a case of compensation.
Yes.
Anyways, tell me what is your matter.
My lord, may I please your lordship, is a matter relating payment of pension, freedom fighters pension to unmarried daughter. The father of the petitioner was a freedom fighter. He was receiving pension for state pool also, central pool also. Then in nutshell, thereafter, after death, father, then mother, Pramoda Bailung was getting it. She also expired in 2012. Thereafter, process was initiated for transferring to present petitioner within the unmarried daughter as per provision of law, it is entitled. She is getting pension from state pool, but she is not getting pension from central pool. That is the differences here. Now I'm keep on getting it pension from 12 from 12 after death of my mother until till date I'm getting it from state pool.
Why both center and state?
Because this freedom fighters pension, state government also is giving Miller, and central government also is getting. Some persons, all are not getting. All are not. All freedom fighters are not getting. But in case of me, I am getting for both. There is no dispute on that.
From both.
I am getting for central pool also, state pool also I am getting.
Then if you are getting, why you are filing?
No. State I am getting now. I am entitled. So I told entitled for both. I am getting for
You are
state pool.
entitled for both, but
Both.
you are getting only from the state.
State pool. Now central government has to give a now 10 days, last 5 occasions, unable to file affidavit. Last week also my friend has said that
You are
2 weeks citizen.
Lordship, instruction received and also the draft affidavit received, Lordship, but they have not returned the signed copy.
But
That's why, Lordship, it
that
is
is,
not.
my lord, that is from 14th of 2000 onwards. These are 5 occasions. Then I'm not on that because I'm having I know the difficulties of my lord
Instruction
friend.
is there,
But
Lordship.
your lordship, this is,
Instruction is there.
you cannot play like this. Keep on playing. If your lordship sees from order 1412 to lay up to 19.6, but they are not playing.
Yes, what is your instruction, madam?
As per instruction, Lordship, she has not applied for central pension, Lordship.
But you are going to give if she applies.
No, Lordship, yes, Lordship, they will consider, Lordship. They will examine whether she is entitled to or not. Because as per the policy decision, Lordship, within 6 months from the date of death, Lordship, she has to apply to the disbursing bank. It is not automatically transferable. But after 6 months, Lordship, if she does not file, Lordship, submit any application, then bank, after 6 months, the bank send it to the ministry and ministry examine it and consider whether she is entitled to or not, Lordship. In this case, she has not neither applied to the disbursement.
She has to apply to whom?
Now, Lordship, to the ministry, because 6 months have passed in 2012 itself. Till that, she has not applied to the either to the disbursing bank or to the ministry.
You have not applied.
Only-
No, Mr. Puroi, have you applied?
Yes, I have applied.
No, you
So if my learned friend is agreeing for arguing the matter on the basis of her submission at bar, I'll argue further.
No, I am asking you.
Yes, it was
Have you,
applied.
have you applied to the
Yes.
central government?
It was applied to, she has to apply to DC, Deputy Commissioner. In turn, Deputy Commissioner has sent to Treasury Officer. Accordingly, I was getting it. Same, this one, DC has clearly asked the Treasury Officer.
To me, as per the central scheme, you have to apply to the DC.
No, that is that here he has to show because my application is not my peruse, this one on Lordship may peruse page 50.
50.
50 annexure 11.
Yes.
What you got it?
Yes.
The proposal for transfer of that is SSS Swatanta Chaini Chanman pension in the name of Srimati Dipanjali Bailung Me, daughter of late Labakanta Bailung have been carefully examined. The affidavit along with the 2 copies of photographs have been verified, attested as per Gov India notification number, letter number so and so 15/1992. After careful examination of all the required documents, the undersigned is pleased to transfer the said Tibulas pension to Srimati Dipanjali Bailang, daughter of late Navaganta Bailung of PPO number poll 9927, that is per state, and 67 for central, with effect from the date of expiry of her expiry of the pensioner.
Yes, madam, tell me,
Lordship,
where
this
does
is-
she have to apply?
It is regarding Lordship state.
No,
Let us assume everything. Tell me where she has to apply earlier. Upon the death of the mother,
Mother.
she gets on the basis that she's an unmarried daughter.
No.
Where does she have to apply?
Lordship, as per the policy decision, within 6 months to the
Where?
to the disbursing bank, Lordship.
Enter. Now,
After
where is
she-
it? Where is it? Where is it? You must be having it somewhere that
Lordship.
it has to be done to the
To the
disbursing.
disbursing bank, Lordship. From where?
Disbursing bank means which one?
From where? her
Where the
mo-
mother was getting.
Yes, Lordship, from where her mother was getting.
Where is it? You must be having somewhere.
Lordship.
No, don't give me instructions. You
Lordship.
must be having some policy. It
Yes.
has to be some on the basis of some
Lordship,
circular.
yes, there is a policy, Lordship, policy. And it. From para 5 onwards.
Okay. Did your name appear out there in that particular sanction?
Yes, because yes, my pension is there. That is why I'm getting pension.
No.
My
Original
lord, I'm not getting.
In the original application, if their names were appearing in the original application form submitted by the freedom fighter or the sanction letter issued by the ministry.
Yes.
Now, the sanction letter was issued by the
Yes,
ministry.
but to further.
Where is it?
Yes, Lordship will get it now. That Lordship will get it. Your number, your central government, that is an extra 6 million.
Order by law. No, this is,
Yes, Lordship got it. It is
no, where
valid.
is your name?
Here, that is why my name is, my father name will come, my lord.
Where is your name? What is your name?
My name is Dipanjali Bailong. My father's name is Labakanta Bailong,
No, where is it? No, this is not the sanction.
my lord.
Where is the sanction letter?
That is here.
This
only
is a letter to the treasury officer.
No, that is Lordship page 40, Lordship may peruse.
No, where is the sanction letter?
This is the
Grant
letter
of
which is
state finance to the secretary by the
grant of permission
No,
for
no,
central government to freedom
where is the
fighters.
central government's letter?
Yes, that is to accountant general, because this has been through treasury, the accountant general, actually they are painted accountant general, interest treasury officer. Your lordship get it? 10 November 1899, Miller. Here it is clearly says, I am directed, here subject is grant of pension from central revenue to freedom fighters and their families. I am directed to convey the sanction of the president to grant of provisional pension rupees 750 per month tuition towards onwards Sri Lavakanta Bailong. That is father of my father. That Bailong so and so. The pension will be for the lifetime and recipient would be at the addition to any sanction by the state government. In addition to the pension, if any sanction by the state government, the section will be subject to review by the president. In particular, it is liable to be cancellation, modification without any notice if it is found that it was sanctioned mistaken grounds, so and so. For information, the government also full right to recover it. The expenditure,
Mr. Barua,
my lord.
I hope you have not understand what I am saying. I think they need to bring this on repeat. You kindly see this, paragraph 5. Did you have a copy? Give it to me. They removed that class. Dependent pension. Have you got it?
As per record.
Dependent pension. Have you got it? Number 5.
Yes.
Dependent pension shall be sanctioned to the spouse or the unmarried daughter only if their names were appearing in the original application form submitted by the freedom fighter or the sanction letter issued by the ministry. If the freedom fighter marries or has a daughter either owned or adopted after the sanction of the pension, then the family pension to such spouse or daughter shall not be admissible. You're not concerned with that. But in the sanction letter, whether your name was there, that is what I'm asking you.
That records I don't have, Lord. That records I cannot place, but only my permission I am this much because this is unmarried daughter. I see it also not so much aware of this one. Accordingly, this petition was filed after death of her mother. She
No,
applied-
then you kindly come here. Because this happened in 2012.
13.
No. It was 14.
No, that's
Now they had made it simpler. Earlier you had to move the ministry upon the death. Now they say that instead of moving the ministry, you move the bank. So accordingly, you can move the bank within a period of 6 months. Have you moved the bank within the period of 6 months?
That information I do not have.
Then I think you need to take that information.
Because
Mr. Borua, kindly appreciate. I'm trying to help you out. You are trying to make your things complicated.
yes,
Why you're not accepting it?
Uh.
You just find out that. And if that is so, then I'll ask the ministry to take all of it and then give it to you. You are no making it unnecessarily complicated with the deputy commissioner. We are not concerned with the deputy commissioner. They have this rule by which you could have applied for the bank. Now, after 6 months, the bank loses its authority, so you have to move the ministry. So I was of the opinion that if I could ask you now that to move the ministry so that I keep the matter pending and take it up with them when they are going to sanction. If you are not helping this court, then what do I do?
no, I'll
When you filed this petition in 2022.
Yeah.
Now by by the time I take it up and by the November or October, you may get that pension, which will be more in your interest.
That is why I was insisting her that learned Mr. Panda, so that you bring this record. Today only I have seen this thing. Today only I have seen. That is why we learn.
Now what do you want to do?
No, I'll come as well. I'll assert it from the authority because I will get stuck. I'll take, if your lordship, with the permission, I'll take
Miss Devi, you do one thing. I'm asking him that within 15 days, if he have not done so, he shall submit to whom? Ministry whom?
Ministry of Home, Department of.
Here in Guwahati?
No, Lordship, Ministry of Home.
Okay, how does he send it?
Lordship, it has to submit in the disbursing bank, and disbursing bank will forward it to the ministry, Lordship. Otherwise, Lordship,
So
if
can the disbursing bank now take it?
they take it, but it has to be, they cannot take any decision, they have to
Understood.
forward it to the ministry.
So they will forward it.
Yes, sir.
So his disbursing bank will be his mother's disbursing bank
Yes, Lordship.
or
But
his
there-
bank.
There is also one condition, Lordship. Since her name was not appeared in the original sanction letter, Lordship, in that case, she has to apply through magistrate, Lordship.
No,
At
no.
para 5.2.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
madam, this will come only when? If the freedom fighter marries or has a daughter, either own or adopted after the sanction of a pension. The sanction of the pension was made when she was alive. She had a daughter.
But her name did not.
That is
appear.
not
Yes,
material.
Lordship.
That is not material in the case when the sanction has after the sanction, but she was alive.
Yes.
This clause will only come in respect to those persons who has been, if a freedom fighter tomorrow marries or has a daughter after the sanction has been granted, then it won't be admissible. But if they had the daughter was born earlier to that, before the sanction, then obviously you do one thing. You file it, bring it on affidavit.
Lordship.
We'll have it on 4th of August. File the affidavit without fail, or else we are going to pass the appropriate law.
Lordship.
Maybe on 10th minute, I'll be out of my or depending on it. 10th of August, 10th or 11th, 12th.
Please the matter again on Miss R. David, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the central government standing on behalf of the Union of India seeks for an accommodation for filing the reply of affidavit in opposition on behalf of the Union. List the matter again on 11th of August 2023. The affidavit be filed by 4th of August 2023. The petitioner, if so advised, would be at liberty to file their reply in the meantime.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I love you.
You take this.
11.
It is made further made clear that as it is a case of pension, no further adjournment shall be granted to the Union of India. And this court may also impose costs for not filing the affidavit on the next page.
All right.
Right.
Kundu. Yes, what is the matter?
Mr. Miller, the petitioner supplied materials for construction of 64.
1,05,000. Why you are not making payment?
My lord, it's listed after a long time, my lordship may grant 1 week time.
No, you'll make a
Whether it is
submit the
whether
petition.
it is admitted or not, my lord,
No, you- Forget about the admission.
My lord.
You make a verification.
My lord.
Find it, then you make the payment.
My lord.
Disposed of. 3 months.
My lord, respondent number.
If eligible, may be added, my lord.
That is what?
Yes, yes,
Upon verification, if found
my lord,
that the petitioner is entitled to 1,05,000 or such other amount,
my lord, my lord.
the same shall be paid within
lord.
to the petitioner.
My lord.
The same be done within a period of 3 months from the date of certified copy of
My
the
lord,
order. So that is really the
my lord.
My lord, direction
Obliged.
may be, my lord, respondent number 2.
You'll submit the certified copy to whom?
2, 3, and my lord, 6. 2, 3, 6, my
So
lord.
you want to submit the certified copy to all 3?
No, my lord.
Commissioner is not party, my lord.
Commissioner is party, respondent number 2. 2, my lord.
So we'll submit the certified copy to respond number 2.
2, my lord.
My lord.
I'm up.
Obliged, my lord.
14.
Please, your lordship. Lordship, we are being led by Dr. Saraf in this case. Lordship may
Okay.
not like to.
Why you can't do your matter with one? Huh? So Sarab is a senior counsel. So what? He's a senior counsel. He has not appeared today. You are appearing. What are you challenging? Tell me.
Lordship,
What are you challenging?
Lordship, matter pertains to a one-time settlement scheme, Lordship.
Huh?
One-time settlement scheme, Lordship.
Then
Lordship, we have already complied with the one-time settlement scheme, but Lordship, there's an impugned final assessment bill from APD, Lordship.
then
But there is a stay in this matter, Lordship, for recovery of the final bill. But Lordship, senior counsel would like to appear in this matter.
is the matter before any other.
Lordship, there's an interim order which
Sorry. You want this court not to pass an order, so not to pass an order. How can I extend it? Is the matter before any other.
15,
That is why when your senior counsel is there, you should have done it. Yes, madam, tell me.
My lord, in this case, already during the motion, my lord, no stay has been granted, my lord, because some stand has been taken by the respondent number 8. They have vehemently opposed, my lord, by setting some false statement also, my lord. My lord, in this case, my lord, the affidavit in opposition, then they say.
Lordship, the work order has already been issued, Your Lordship, in this matter. Work order already issued.
When?
It was issued on 15/3/2023. May I provide a copy of this, Lord?
15/3/2023.
Yes, Your Lordship.
During after the order being passed by this court.
Lordship, there was no
Order
stay.
was passed on 6/1.
Understood, there is no stay.
Yes, Your
So
Lordship.
then how does it matter? 15/3, that will be subject to outcome. At the same time, it is made clear that even the materials come to light that the present mining area is also a breeding ground for dolphin. It is made clear that any settlement which is made to the area will be further subject to the outcome. You are paying for whom?
For the forest, Your Lordship.
Forest.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Now is that who, madam, you are appearing for whom?
For the petitioner, my lord.
Petitioner is who?
Well, he is the person, my lord, who is interested in protection of river dolphin, my lord.
River dolphin.
Yes, my lord.
Then why haven't you filed your affidavit?
Lordship will file an affidavit, Your Lordship.
On one hand, the forest is very anxious that this will happen, that will happen with the forest and all. And why haven't you? On the other hand, when the matter was pending, at the time of issuing notice, the court did not grant a stay, obviously for good reasons for that. But then also you have now issued it. And now you are saying that the work order has been issued. Work order for what?
Extraction of
Extraction of
sand,
sand, Your Lordship.
Extraction of
sand. From river Kolohi, my lord.
the river?
Kolohi.
Where is it?
It is in the South Kamrup area, my lord.
So you have dolphin here around?
Yes, my lord.
They say they're dolphin here, Your Lordship.
Yes,
There's no
yes,
dolphin. File an
Yes,
affidavit.
my lord.
Yes, I will file.
Reports are
Next
there,
week.
my lord.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Mr.
R.R. Gogoi.
R.R. Gogoi, appearing on behalf of the Forest Department, submits that he would like to file the affidavit. He is in the process of filing the affidavit on behalf of the Forest Department. Taking into account the above, is the matter on 4th of August 2023. In the meantime, the affidavit will be filed by 2nd of August 2023.
Obliged.
Obliged.
16,
Take this. What about the respondent, the private respondent? No, a private respondent.
No private. I have only taken, steps have been taken.
It
my lord.
is made clear, however, it is made clear that the notice was issued on 6/1/2023 and almost 7 months have passed, 6 months have passed by, but no affidavit has been filed.
Here, my lord,
Last time to nalagi.
bill amount has been pending, my lord, since long, my lord.
What bill?
In this case, lakhs.
Affidavit is ready, Lordship. We will file it.
8,63,000.
the work order
Goswami
process.
appears on behalf of the respondent. Which one? Police.
Lordship.
The respondents and submit that the affidavit is ready, which shall be filed by Friday.
Lordship, next week.
What? Then?
Yes.
The matter
No,
of
we'll file it.
2023.
Ready, Lordship.
You are saying ready, then
Lot,
you
lot,
file
lot,
it by
lot,
Friday. Today is Monday.
Lordship.
Shall be filed by 28th of July. This is the matter again on 4th of August 2023. court has issued notice from 6/2/2023. The respondents, however, have not filed their affidavit. This is the matter after 4 weeks. In the meantime, their respondents shall file their affidavit.
18,
This matters, my lord, that pertains to Durasapuri wildlife sanctuary and eviction.
Huh?
Durasapuri wildlife eviction matter.
Yes.
And my lords, we have filed affidavit in opposition. Also, my lord, on a similar ground, my lord, one PIL was moved, which was disposed by the direction, my lord, I'm handing over. Anjumna. Huh? Yes, both of Umar Ali and Ali. Didn't make it in the morning. Should have mentioned. Huh? Okay, you can.
Yes, madam.
Lordship, I was supposed to mention in the morning, Lordship, but I was late. Lordship,
Yes.
we need to file our affidavit
In reply,
in reply to this matter.
it's not necessary.
Well, another judgment also come that if in the case in the land is government land, my lord, this wildlife act, my lord, this has not been taken recourse to, my lord, that hearing. I'll come with that later. Anjumna.
The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner has submitted that pursuant to the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 7. The petitioner would like to file a reply. 4 weeks time is granted to file.
Similar, 19 is similar.
Yeah,
19,
19 is supposed to be the-
19 also similar.
it-
20,
Yeah.
Worship here, the government of Assam issued some notification, page 16, my lord, for providing some immediate relief to the victims of cyclone, earthquake, flood. But here, the petitioner's daughter, my lord, died due to drowning, and the raising water taken away her daughter. And after 1 day she has been recovered, her body has been recovered.
Where is the notification?
Page 16, my lord.
Page?
Page 16, 1/6. Serial 3, my lord. The SDRF shall be used only. Then, my lord, it has been revised by page 32, my lord. Page 30. And revised item page 33, my lord. Serial number, items, my lord. The gracious relief, A, my lord. Page 33. Page 33. Ex gratia payment to families of deceased person. Rupees 4 lakh.
And then what happened?
Then, my lord, he has petitioner approached to the deputy commissioner, who is a representation. Saying
That has not been considered.
not.
Dispose it of.
In fact, here all the while the petitioner has been representing before the deputy commissioner South Salmara. But from the instruction that we have received, this Saulia village under which the petitioner falls, it falls under the Dhubri district. So he ought to have approached the deputy commissioner Dhubri so that the record can be traced out. Because normally what happens, the circle officer gives a report on the basis of which such disaster has been meted on the basis to the deputy commissioner. And those records are with the concerned deputy commissioner.
So approach the deputy commissioner.
Yes, to the deputy, madam.
The case of the petitioner herein is that the petitioner is aggrieved by the non-payment of the compensation to the petitioner, ex gratia compensation to the petitioner. In terms of the notifications dated 27/7/2011, 8/4/2015, and 2/5/2015. The case of the petitioner herein is that on 16/7/2022, the daughter of the petitioner, namely Rashida Khatun, aged about 5 years, died due to drowning in the Brahmaputra River at village Saulia, Showlia, under South Salmara PS. On the basis of the death, South Salmara PS GTE number 293, dated 16/7/2022, was registered. It further reveals from the record that the postmortem examination was carried out on 18/7/2022, and the police report dated 21/9/2022 revealed that the petitioner's daughter died due to drowning. Thereupon, the petitioner submitted representation to the Deputy Commissioner South Salmara, as well as the Circle Officer of South Salmara Revenue Circle on 13/10/2022. However, the responding authorities have not made payment of the ex gratia payment for which the petitioner has approached this court. The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner has drawn the attention of this court to the notification dated 27/7/2011, whereby certain guidelines were issued on constitution and administration of the State Disaster Response Fund. Reference in that regard was made to where?
Last para, 3, my lord.
Huh? Number?
Next, my lord, page 32.
No. Where is it that you are entitled to amount?
Entitled to amount, that is page 33,
Huh?
my lord.
Page
33.
13.
33. Revise, please.
There can be a revise when you are entitled to some amount. Where is it?
My lord, that is page 16. Serial D, my lord. Page 16.
Mr. Counsel, without reading the thing, you have filed it. You don't know.
My lord,
Where is it?
the page 16, my lord, last para.
Yeah.
The SDRF shall be used only for meeting the expenditure for providing.
It is not the affair for compensation. The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner has drawn the attention of this court to
Page 33, your lord. Rupees 4 lakh.
to the communication dated 2/5/2015, wherein it has been mentioned that an amount of rupees 4 lakh is to be paid per deceased as ex gratia payment to the family of the deceased person. This court had issued notice on 22/2/2023. Mr. S. Borua appearing on behalf of the on behalf of all the respondents had submitted that as per the information of the petitioner, as per their instructions, the village Saulia,
Saulia, SSOWL.
village Saulia falls within the jurisdiction of the district of the Deputy Commissioner
Dhubri.
Dhubri. And under such circumstances, the petitioner ought to have filed a representation before the Deputy Commissioner Dhubri and not the Deputy Commissioner South Salmar. The Learned Council further submitted that if the petitioner is entitled to in terms with the said scheme for rehabilitation for ex gratia payment, the same shall be paid to the petitioner, subject to necessary verifications. Taking into account the above, the court therefore disposes of the instant writ petition, thereby giving the liberty to the petitioner to approach the Deputy Commissioner Dhubri by filing a representation for seeking the ex gratia payment in terms with the communication, in terms with the notification data, in terms with seeking the ex gratia payment of the amount of 4 lakhs on account of the death of the daughter of the petitioner. It is observed that if the petitioner approaches the Deputy Commissioner Dhubri by filing a representation, the Deputy Commissioner Dhubri shall consider the same on the basis of the existent policies and upon making necessary verification. And if found that the petitioner is entitled to the said amount, the same amount shall be paid to the petitioner. The said exercise be completed within a period of 4 months from the date a certified copy of the instant order along with the representation is submitted to the Deputy Commissioner.
21.
Also, in this matter, I only appear for 2, 5, 6, and 7. He appears.
All of you give your name. I am not asking. I am only taking your submission for the purpose.
21, same.
21, my lord, same incident,
Same problem?
Same.
Dhubri,
same delay, same
ए
incident.
नाम तो बदलाई दियो. Yes, true.
I'm up.
22.
Yes.
May I please, Your Worship? Lordship, in this case, notice was issued on 50 marks of.
What is the amount
This is
belonging
not
to
the
the
amount,
petitioner is
Lordship,
under the illegal occupation by certain
Lord.
approacher,
Lordship,
and there has been communication for arbitration which is pending for a long time. Lack of funds, even funds were taken from the petitioner to make land encroachment fee in spite of no discernible steps. So somebody is encroaching your land.
Lordship,
Then why you are not filing a suit?
Lordship, kindly turn to page. Let me place the fact. Also, let me make a submission in this.
Please do.
Lordship, petitioner is the college provincial express of the under Abhyana. Lordship, in the year 1998, a land measuring 100 bigha, under tag number 71, village revenue.
You are saying that somebody is encroaching your land.
Lordship, that has been twice.
Understood, Mr. Counsel. Somebody is encroaching your land. Have you made them party?
Lordship, kindly turn to page only one. Lordship, kindly turn to page 38 minutes.
30?
36.
36.
36.
Yes. Yes. Approved and
process
fixed the
of
dates for
eviction has
carrying
been
out the eviction drive of the land of so and so. Sharp to vacate the land falling under the allotted boundary of so and so. Then,
Lordship, twice that has been fixed.
so
Twice that, and even due to lack of fund, Lord, they have also taking money from the collect. Lordship, will kindly turn to page 34, 33 and 34. And
does this act illegal whether land grabbing act doesn't apply in Karbi Anglong?
my lord,
We have the, my lord, under 6 schedule, we have enacted our own act by adopting the Assam Land and Revenue Regulation 1886.
No,
my
no,
lord.
land grabbing.
Land
Land grabbing
my
act.
lord. Land Graving Act, my lord. My lord, I have not yet considered that. I have not yet looked. at
Just
it.
find out.
My
We'll
lord.
take it up at 2.
Lordship, 1,40,000 has been received by the.
No, no, Mr. Counsel, the problem is this. You
Like-
want this court to pass an ex parte
I don't-
against those illegal
17.
encroachers. How can they do so unless they are made parties out here?
They are.
Annexure 3, page 24. Annexure 3, page 24, Lordship, and look into it. Annexure 3, page 24. We have handed over the possession certificate in 1998. If subsequently something happens, it is the responsibility of the my lord college, not to the council, my lord. Possession certificate, Annexure 3, page 24, issued on 30/3/1998. We had
No,
handed
no,
over the
they will
possession.
help you out. But
My
first of all, can this court pass an order
My lord,
to
that
remove
is-
somebody unless those people are made parties out here?
Lordship,
Well,
lordship.
that
the
cannot
case
be
is
my
there,
lord.
Because they have initiated the process of eviction. Since
we can-
2017,
that is not
numbers
clear.
of date has been fixed for eviction.
No, Mr. Counsel, tell me. Can they evict? This is your land.
Sure.
That's now your private land,
Sure.
not the government's land.
Not because I am the government institution.
Whatever may be, you may be a government institution. Tomorrow, government institution may be, yeah, well, just for example, tomorrow the land is being given to, what do you call, the Department of Finance. A land has been given. That's their land.
Lordship may.
The land has already been allotted. Now, if they want to evict, either they have to evict in accordance with law.
Lordship, I understood, Miller. Lordship may, if.
But how can these, we direct them to
Because
start
we-
the civil proceeding? They have no business out
They
there to
may,
do all this.
they may complete the process by, as per law, Miller.
But they may at best only demark it,
Oh,
nothing
yes,
more than that.
yes,
They
yes.
can't evict
Because
anybody.
Then, Miller, they have illegally collected money from me. Lordship will kindly turn to
You,
case.
if they have illegally collected money
They
from
can,
you,
they can
ask
seek
from
the
them.
refund.
They are responsible officer, Miller. They are the responsible. Even DC also.
Tell me one thing.
Sure.
How can the state say that we want money to throw these people out?
Cannot.
Lordship cannot. That has been received, Miller. Lordship kindly. This is the
Yes,
order.
Mr. Goswami, do you do that? You are the state also. Do you do that? Yes, Mr. Doctor. You are revenue.
Lordship kindly.
Do you do all these things?
Kindly look
Do
into
you
this.
take money from the people out there and say, look here, we will evict you. We take money from
Lordship kindly look-
you know this thing.
Lordship kindly look into for a moment, page 35, Miller.
Just find out as to whether the Land Grabbing Act applies or not to Kabi Anglong. We'll take it up at
Perhaps
2.
in Karbialang land grabbing.
It does not apply, my lord.
Not apply.
Lordship, look, it does not apply. Yes, in excess of the whole of Assam, except the autonomous district of Karbi Anglong. Section 2, my lord, 1, 2.
You have to file a civil suit. Or if it is a public premises, go for the Public Premises Act.
This is the deputy commissioner is involved with here.
The deputy commissioner, let him do so. What are the Public Premises Act? But that is another proceedings out there. What is the council?
Council can do, my lord. It is the,
Lordship.
in the earlier, my lord, when the judiciary my land was allotted, my lord, we had carried out eviction prior to handing over the position, my lord. Though they approached the High Court, my lord. In this case, my lord, that after allotting the land, handing over the position, if they, my lord, wants to evict the persons who are there, my lord, council, my lord, it is not in accordance with law. Though the amount has been deposited for my lord to pay the rent to the persons, my lord. But if they want the refund of the amount, they can submit an application for refund of the amount.
Easiest route, Milord, because all process has been completed, Milord. Since 2017, numbers of occasions they have fixed, even magistrate have been deployed for carry out the eviction. Lordship will find.
Now, how can the magistrate evict somebody? Tell me, is it possible?
No, revenue authority, Milord.
Can the revenue authority evict somebody? Tell me.
Lordship, even if they are, if any impediment is there, Milord, they may complete by following all the process, Milord. Because
What process?
process issuing notice or other.
No. Can the revenue authority take over that? Once there has been a separation of the judiciary with the executive?
Lordship, because I am submitting on the basis of record. This communication has been made by the RBN Autonomous Council, DC, Revenue Officer, all the persons are involved in this case. Because they have on being time and again we approach the authority to demarcate and
evict the person, and thereafter.
They can demarcate, not evict. They have no business. to-
They even prepare the eviction plan, and thereafter due to.
Now, how can we allow the revenue tomorrow, today, revenue authorities or the executive to take over? Otherwise, tomorrow, there will be no end to it.
My humble submission, is at least lordship may take note of the certain document, because at least as to why, if there is any impediment, they have even fixed the twice. One date is fixed earlier, and that was postponed because of certain reasons, and they have to fix another date. And in the meantime, they asked the college to make arrangement for the payment subject to refund, and college already deposited that amount. And when
Why they are asking the money from you? You are a government institution.
lordship can turn to base 33 and 34. Lordship better to lordship may first 32.
Hmm.
31. This is the approval by the Cabinet. 31. This is written by Deputy Secretary, Department of Revenue, Kabiala. Assistant Revenue Officer, response number 5. 6. Regarding illegal eviction of illegal enforcer from the allotted land of Kabiala. With reference to I am directly informed that authority of Park has approved the eviction of enforcer in connection with the alleged enforcement of the land allotted land of Eastern Kabiala College, Koreazan Kabiala so. Therefore, you are requested to take immediate necessary measure to carry out the eviction process to the illegal enforcer as per list annex so. And thereafter, lordship will kindly turn to page 32. And this is the budget estimate prepared by the authority for carry out the eviction. And thereafter, lordship will kindly page 33. This is written by the Deputy Commissioner, the approval authority.
Now the amount has already gone up. If they have not done it,
Lordship.
they have put 90 liters of fuel at 60 rupees.
can't
Now it is
transfer.
86. Yes.
The amount required for eviction amounting to so not made available. In this regard, you are requested to manage the expenditure from your in subject to reimbursement of due court. And lordship will then 34. This is written by the respondent 7 to the principal. I have the honor to request you kindly deposit the estimated amount so only to authority the Kabiala Autonomous Council Dipu for carrying out the eviction drive on illegal enforcer at allotted land of Kabiala Autonomous. And after pursuant to that, lordship will find at page 35. College authority deposited the amount by way of check payment. Please find enclosed the check carrying amount so. And thereafter, my lord, page 36. This is the order issued by the authority of Kabiala Authority, fixing the date. The authority of Kabiala Autonomous Council Dipu is pleased to approve and fix the date to carry out the eviction drive of land of Eastern Kabiala College at Soriazan on 19/6 at 10:30. Start to vacate the land falling under allotted boundary of Eastern Kabiala College. The Assistant Revenue Officer Dipu will remain in charge and settlement officer will remain overall in charge. And thereafter, due to certain reason, Deputy Commissioner postponed the date. This is the letter. It is informed that it is written to Deputy Commissioner to Additional Deputy Commissioner. The Department Revenue Card so has requested a detailed magistrate of eviction operation to be carried out so. But said request.
Mr. J. Suti appearing on behalf of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council submits 6 for an accommodation for filing the affidavit on behalf of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. This court directs the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council to state on record, state by way of affidavit under what authority they have taken steps for the purpose of they have issued various communications for eviction. That under what authority they have issued communications to the petitioner knowledge that they would be evicting the illegal encroachers from the land in question. This is the matter again on 14th of August 2023. The affidavit be filed by 9th of August. File your affidavit, state under what condition, because what is he asking has serious repercussions.
My lord.
Today, we will be allowing the revenue to go and evict. What happens to the courts?
My lord. That may be the reason, my lord, for not carrying out the, my lord, operation, my lord. That may be the
Obviously,
reason.
that
That is
has
the
to
reason.
be the reason.
It
for
cannot be,
the-
my lord. In all the
They
cases, my
mean
lord,
at best demark it,
Yes, my
nothing
lord.
more than that. They
My
can't
lord.
evict.
that after handing over the possession, the council cannot do that, my lord.
File your affidavit.
23,
Yes,
In this case, I need 2 weeks time. I need 2 weeks time. We have partition inspection law. It is requisition of vehicle law. But this is not payment of not hire.
requisition of vehicle of what?
Borrower vehicle. It is police department has taken a vehicle matter on a hire.
During which period?
In period 3 matter.
Mr. N. Goswami, appearing on behalf of the respondent, submits that he requires 2 weeks for the purpose of filing the affidavit. This is the matter again on 21st of August 2023. In the meantime, the affidavit be filed.
24,
In this case, we have received the instruction law. 10 days to file affidavit. In this
What is the instruction?
law.
For what matter?
It is shifting of one Anganwadi center to one place to another.
Who is he?
We are
Who-
the beneficiaries
Huh?
and the parents of the.
You are the?
We are the beneficiaries as well as the parents of the children in which, of the village where it was originally, established.
They are shifting from where to where?
From Bhurakata to
At
Utmari.
Burakata Palm under 50 number Polaspuri student.
It has been shifted to Soilor.
Then what is your problem? It is the administrative inconvenience.
That was eroded by river, bro.
No, this is the plea taken by the, the respondent number 6. Actually, the villages are still in existence, and there is no river in it. And the children who were enrolled as the beneficiaries as well as the parents, they are still here, But that, the respondent number 6, who is the worker, she settled at village, Woodmary, that is in the new place, She is, shifted the.
But in this case, 49 petitioners are here, 26 are residing outside the area, Angandan area.
So other public institutions are also there. I have also annexed, another other schools are, being run here. So when the, the village has not been eroded, by misleading the respondent, official respondent, that the village is no more in existence. That is our agreement.
Mr. N. Goswami, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent, all the respondent submits that he has already received the instructions and will be filing the affidavit. Taking into account the above, list the matter again on 9th of August 2023. The affidavit will be filed by 4th of August.
25,
Yes, Mr. Sheikh.
My lord, our land has been taken, my lord, without giving value.
Yes.
And then it is used for road construction.
Yes.
And
Yes, for my
as your
instruction.
lordship passed an order on 3/4/2023.
I
Then 3/5/3/4/2023, man.
Okay. Then what
That
happened?
if land is purchased, then land certificate that deed may be produced before the honorable court. From that, my lord, they are
Yes, for my
always
instruction.
Your land has been taken for the purpose of what?
construction,
Construction of what?
expansion of road, my lord.
Assam Mala project. Assam Mala project.
Huh?
Anamala
Assam Mala,
project.
Assam Mala project.
Then you have acquired the land.
No, as per my instruction, only assessment and service process.
Then?
Not it.
You have not
It is-
taken their land.
No, my lord, it is not finalized. Detailed instruction is not received, just short update received.
Your
There
lordship,
is nothing is done. Just survey and assessment is
not
process.
survey on assessment, my lord. Our
As per my
intention is
instruction, my
this, that construction is going on, my lord.
But some parties,
Construction is going on. Our agricultural land has been taken. Your lordship will turn to page 34. There is clear procedure.
Mr. M.A. Sheikh, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner has submitted that the land of the petitioner have already, the possession of the land of the petitioner have already been taken. And on the said land, the constructions are going on. On the other hand, Mr.
R.K. Musari,
R.K. Musari, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of
PTC.
PTC had submitted that there has been no construction over the land. However, only survey and
Assessment of
an assessment are presently going on. Taking into account the above, let this matter be again listed on 9th of August 2023. The affidavit be filed by the BTC by 4th of August 2023.
Obliged.
26,
Wait, please, my lord.
Hmm.
My lord, the grievances raised by the petitioners have been addressed.
You got the money?
Yes, my lord.
You got the money.
Mr. A. Burwa appearing on the council appearing on behalf of the the council appearing on behalf of the petitioner has submitted that the amount to which the petitioner has claimed in the instant with petition has already been paid to the petitioner, and as such the petitioner has no and the petitioner as such does not want to press the instant with petition. Taking into account the above, the petition stands closed as in fact.
I'm obliged, my lord.
Appearing for experiment number 1, standing counsel.
You know what is to be done. Put your name, give your name in the slip. I don't put anybody's name.
27,
Obliged.
Yes,
Regarding my contractor bill, my lord, they have not filed anything.
what?
Regarding contractor bill,
Contractor's bill.
GMC is supposed to file affidavit. They have not filed.
How much? You don't know how much.
My lord, so this is running bill, my lord.
Running bill, you are filing a petition.
No, my lord, till the filing of the affidavit, my lord, repetition, total amount, my lord,
No. What is this running bill? You are filing a petition.
monthly basis, my lord. They have not paid.
Nothing. What is this running bill? You file an affidavit.
Base number 7, my lord, I have dictated.
You don't know. There is nothing in the prayer.
They, my lord, what they have done, my lord, they are supposed to pay, my lord, as part of work order, my lord, but they refuse to pay as
So
part of work order.
file, go out there. Why do you have to initiate the public law remedy? You don't have an arbitration clause? What type of contract is this?
Getting hiring dumper and excavator.
Don't give you a dumper and exit.
But they are supposed
Stop
to pay, my
giving
lord,
it.
11,400 per dumper, my lord. Now they have ready to pay 6,000.
None appears on behalf of the JMC, nor the affidavit in opposition has been filed by the JMC. Taking into account the above, list the matter again on 28th of July 2000. List the matter again on 7th of August 2023. It is made clear that no affidavit or instructions are, if there is no, it is made clear that if no instructions or affidavit is filed by the JMC on or before the next date, this court shall proceed to dispose of the writ petition on the basis of the materials available on record.
Hello, Black.
28,
Yes, what is your case?
Your lordship, this is a matter pertaining to a miscarriage of justice in regards to a police investigation after the lodging of the FIR. Your lordship may just see the FIR once at page 12.
Yes, they have not registered it.
They have registered, your lordship, but nothing has been done in this regard so far. There
Tell
were
me, why
various
are you not
instances-
approaching under 156.3?
Your lordship, even though the alternative remedy is available, but that cannot preclude me to file a writ.
Why
Or my-
it can?
Your lordship, I have a judgment. I will
What? Which
satisfy
one?
this.
Judgment of which court?
By the Honorable Supreme Court, your lord.
When?
It is a very recent judgment of the year 2010.
2010 is old. 2010 is old. Oh, no,
Your
judgment is
lordship,
recent.
you just see paragraph 4 of this
Oh,
judgment.
this is a matter pertaining to alternative remedy.
Yes.
That is a different aspect of the matter. But I'm saying about the other. Absolutely within this ambit of this, you can go under 156.3. You have Sakira Basu. There are many other judgments
Your
of the
lordship,
Supreme
no,
Court.
Sakiri Basus and Priyanka Srivastava case is there. I'm aware of that. But your lordship, there are many things which are required to be entertained in this reach. First, the case has been registered, not been thoroughly investigated. First, second thing, the IO has apprehended the accused, but let them go under 41A of the CRPC. Secondly, my gender was questioned in this. Third, your lordship, when this relates to a sexual assault of a sexual violence towards a trans woman, then how come the IO is a male officer? He is recording my statement in an open police before the other police male constable, your lordship. There are certainly there are many fractures which are required to be dealt in this writ petition, your lordship. And this is a very serious thing, which has not only violated the Transgender Act 2019, but simultaneously what was held by the Honorable Supreme Court in National Legal Service Authority. And therefore, your lordship, I will just bring your attention to paragraph number 120, where it says, I will just read out the paragraph, your lordship. Further, there seems to be no reason why a transgender must be denied of a basic human rights, which includes right to life and liberty and dignity, right to privacy and freedom of expression, right to education, empowerment, right against violence, right against exploitations, and right against discrimination. The Constitution has fulfilled its duty of providing rights to transgender. Now it is a time for us to recognize this and to extend the interpret the Constitution in such a manner to ensure a dignified life for transgender people. All this can be achieved if the beginning is made with the recognition of transgender as a third gender. Apart from this, your lordship, the Yogyakarta principles which has been held in this judgment clearly specify that such kind of perpetrator and such kind of accused should not be allowed to go anywhere without being thoroughly investigated. So therefore, your lordship, there is a serious matter this Jalukbari police station has done. And therefore, the officers required to be personally made present before this court.
So you are not on the question of how the investigation is carried out. Your thing is that an inquiry should be done because of the manner in which they have dealt with you,
Dealt with you.
and also
at
to
the
transfer the
bottom,
proceedings to the
because-
women's police station.
Yeah, because your lordship,
Lordship,
your
yes,
lordship
Lordship.
just see.
He has lost another affair before the women police station. Lordship. On the basis of this affair, main accused was arrested.
Main accused, how they can assume that who are the main accused and who are not? Your lordship may just
No, no,
see.
it's okay. Now there is another FIR which
Lordship,
has been filed in.
Your lordship
You
just.
file your affidavit. Have you filed your affidavit?
We'll file that. We'll file it.
When?
One.
Affidavit.
The notice was issued as far back as in when?
No. It is on
24/5.
No, 23/6.
24/5.
No, what is that?
He's not there. Oh,
23/6.
list on
23/6.
23/6. Okay. You file your affidavit when? Because here the issue is not other. One is for the purpose of registering and transferring that case to the all women's police
Yes,
station,
yes.
which can be clubbed with the second FIR.
Lord.
That can be done.
Lord.
As regards the first one is to make an inquiry as regards the police officials of Jalugari police station by the.
Inappropriate behavior.
So these are the two things. The first thing is relevant. The second one can be duly taken care of in view of the second FIR. It can be transferred out there or culminated to or the combined. So you file your affidavit when
Next.
the Mr. N. Goswami appearing on behalf of the state seeks for an accommodation to file the affidavit next week. List the matter again on 9th of August 2023. The affidavit be filed by 4th of August 2022. When we take
Your lordship, one more line, if necessary ingredients are found, that the police may be required to be present before this
See.
court.
when the matter is, let them file their affidavit. Once the affidavit is being filed, we'll take care.
Applies to your turn.
Supplementary list at number 48.
Wait, please, your lordship. Lordship, this is the instruction we have got regarding this matter, my lord.
এখন কি হব এনেকে লাগি আছে বুঝে আমি পঢ়িম কেনেকুৱা এনেকে দিয়ে নি Yes, what is your instruction as regards
My
this?
lord, all the election were even conducted, my lord. The matter became infructuous, my lord.
Ah.
My lord, there is no issue regarding the AGM election regarding the Dhubri districts now, my lord.
The council appearing on behalf of the respondent number 1, 2, 3, and 5 had submitted. Now, has he paid all the court fee or no?
My lord, the petitioner is not present today, my lord.
Where is he? Had submitted that as per her instructions received on 23rd of July 2023 from the Eastern Register of Cooperative Society. The AGM and elections, huh?
My lord.
Both.
Both.
The AGM and elections have been. No. Here they have the honor to say that Lokyo and 15 DPS of 12 already conducted AGM election in the years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. What are these? They have conducted the AGM and
Conducted
will
AGM
hold election in 2000 after the expiry of had submitted upon instruction dated 23/7/2023 issued by the Assistant Register of Cooperative Society Dhubri that out of the 16 GPSS, who are the petitioners before this court, 11 GPSS have already 11 GPSS who are, which are those? Okay? One is Bahalpur, which is Bahalpur. Oh, who have not done it, let us see. Kazai Kota is where? Technically. The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent number 1, 2, 3, and 5 have placed on before this court an instruction issued by the Assistant Register of Cooperative Society Dhubri dated 23/7/2023, wherein the details as regards those GPSS who have already conducted the AGM and as well as the election in the year 2023, and those GPSS who will hold elections in 2023-24 after expiry of 5 years have been duly stated. The said instructions the contents of the said instructions are quoted hereunder. This, taking into account the above, this court therefore, taking into account the above, the instant petition taking into account the above, nothing therefore remains to be adjudicated in the instant writ petition, for which the instant writ petition stands closed. The instruction so submitted is kept on record and marked with the letter X.
Obliged.
49.
In time order passed earliest and
This will be taken up at 2 p.m.
why?
This is the instruction law.
Regarding which matter?
The compensation law.
Oh, that too.
Lot.
Yes, madam, you are paying for?
On number 3,
Who are you?
assault.
What is response number 3?
Assault, Assam State Legal Service Authority.
Why 2?
2 p.m. Because after some time.
Why?
Finally, senior government advocate law discussing some.
Oh, he has not given it to you.
I have provided him to.
Yes, madam, why you have not paid the 5 lakhs till now?
Assault doesn't have the funds, although
This 90 lakhs or 9 crores have already been done.
sanctioned, but the FOC is yet to be out. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it was placed, that particular document was placed before your lordships on the last occasion, that the FOC is yet to be issued in our favor. I'm placing another.
Another aspect is
Yes, your lordship.
this rape victim is specially able,
Yes, your lordship.
and then why not she'll be entitled to 10 lakhs?
Lordships, but that schedule, there is a confusion between the government itself, whether that schedule still prevails or not. The 2017
Why
notification.
that is what has been, the schedule has been modified by the notification dated 6/1/2017.
And thereafter re-notified by 2019, your lord.
No, notified, that is for all others.
Yes, your lordships.
But
So
this
that-
is for
that-
specially able.
Lordship, that clarification of the government gives us, we have no difficulties. We are only the
Lordship,
implementing agency.
According to our instruction, it is in court.
Huh?
All notification is in court. According to our instruction.
6/1/17.
Lordship.
So therefore, he will be entitled to this 10 lakhs.
That is the 2 p.m. Lordship.
It's a specially
That-
able child.
Then why do you need the file?
There's 2 instructions. One from the ALSA that it is not in court, and one from the home that it is in the court.
No, they also says that they are happy to pay 10 lakhs, but provided you have to agree that.
Lordship.
Isn't that, madam?
Not in the 2 p.m. Lordship.
Yeah, this court is rising at 3:15, so that is why anyway. So Lisa, we'll take it up at 2.
Hello.
50 and 51.
Lordship, in this case, senior counsel, Mr. Kane Chaudhary is appearing, Lordship.
Huh?
In this case, senior counsel, Mr. Kane Chaudhary sir, is appearing.
Yes, what happened?
He's like in other court, Lord.
So?
So matter may take it, Lord.
Huh?
Matter may take it.
No further adjournments will be granted in the instant matter then?
No, Lord, add to Lordship. I'm not paying for adjournment.
Huh?
Matter may
No,
take
no,
it.
this court can't keep on taking the matter like that. Why there are so many matters and then we have reduced to 2 matters? The government is also not represented. On that day, they were showing urgency. We'll have it on some other day. We'll extend the interim order. Sign it there. The council appearing on behalf of India. Yes, government, you have nothing to say. Because on the earlier occasion, the Advocate General expressed his great urgency in the matter. Now they don't want to press this matter.
Doctor, I'm calling Mr. Bora, S. Bora.
This guy's Bora. Hello. What is the matter? Tell me. Oh, none appears for the petitioner. What do I do? First of all, how many years of practice you have? 5 years. And how many years have you seen this court functioning? 3 years, 2 years. Have you ever seen out here that a person, the lawyer appears before this court without knowing anything head or tail about the matter?
Actually, I'm not in this case.
Then why are you standing out here? Are you the only lawyer in the list? Are you a lawyer who has signed the wakalatnama? Then who are you?
Appearing on behalf of Mr. SK.
You are appearing on behalf of?
SK.
Has he given you a wakalatnama? Then where is he?
He's in court number 10. Lord.
He's in court number 10. And the petitioner is being led by?
Senior counsel Kane Chaudhary.
Where is he?
He's also there.
And there were another 4 or 5 lawyers. What about them? They're not bothered. We vacate the interim order. Vacate the interim order. You see, if the matter is not completed, I'm going to vacate the interim order. It is the fault of the petitioner counsel not being present when the matter is called.
52.
52 and 55, Malod.
Yes, what did you find out? What have you taken as regards the section 14 of the communication?
In fact, we have sent communication several times, but the instructions are waited. We haven't received any
The
instructions.
deputy commissioner,
Deputy Commissioner.
we asked him to be personally present at 2.
Lordship, I will take the instructions so that I can place it by 2. Because last time it was been handled by another counsel, so I'm not sure whether he has received in his mail.
To ask the deputy commissioner to be either present at 2 or get the instructions.
Yes.
But this is a serious matter. You must be the deputy commissioner is in hand in glove with those people out there. They are not acting upon a section 14 requests being made by the Indian Overseas Bank. These are where the Supreme Court everywhere has been saying that you have to help in the surface sea proceedings out there. You are not helping it. Since when?
In the first matter, 1/10/2022.
Get your instruction. 2.
52 along with 55.
55.
Number 29 for orders.
May I please Lordship, I'm on behalf of Mr. M.H. Aram.
Yes.
Lordship, on last occasion, Lordship, we are directed to take press steps upon the respondent number 9 to 11. Lordship.
Have you taken it?
Lordship, we have no communication with the petitioner. Lordship. That's why
So
we could not.
you are not going to take it.
Lordship, we are trying, but
Have you written letter to the petitioner?
Lordship, we try our best, but not find out any.
What is the matter about?
Lordship, petitioner was agreed by the notice dated 23/7/2013. Lordship. That's in annexure number 8. Lordship. In page number 20.
Propose why eviction of the petitioner from the our own land, that is Iman, caused by the respondent here shall not be declared illegal. Etiquette permit shall not be directed to be paid by the respondent. Why you are making the other people party 9, 10, 11?
Lordship, they were trying to occupy my plot of land. Lordship.
That is immaterial, but who has taken action? Lanka Municipal Board. What has happened to them? Have they filed an affidavit?
No, Lord.
Then it has come back. They are not bothered. You have been evicted.
Yes, Lordship, already we have evicted. Lordship.
Huh?
Already we evicted. Lordship. In our possession,
We do one thing.
Open,
We do one thing. You have been already evicted. Not necessary. There's the steps you have not taken. We strike out respond number 9 and 11. And then we take up as to whether the action of Lanka Municipal Board was right or wrong. Or are you going to take fresh steps?
Kindly make.
Isn't it your responsibility being a lawyer out here? Once you have taken the responsibility, it has to end till you resign from it. You take your steps. What is your name?
I am in on behalf of Mr. M.
No, on behalf of. You are?
I am in.
I am in the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner. Submits that he would, within a week, he is going to take fresh steps upon the respondent number 9 and 11. Good stuff. It is made clear that if no steps are taken, the instant repetition, the note taken within the said period, the registry shall strike off the name of the respondent number 9 and 11 from the array of parties without any further reference to any orders, without any further reference to this.
30.
Take steps. Yes, contempt case.
Yes, Lordship. In this case, I am appearing for respondent number 4, Lordship. I have already filed affidavit, Lordship. And in compliance to the honorable court order, Lordship.
Have you
the land-
complied or not?
Yes, Lordship. Land has been allotted to the Lord. This is the instruction. Lordship.
Okay. What is the order passed?
In page number 70, Lordship.
Page number?
17.
Having regard to the above, so and so directed to execute the process of allotment of land.
Accordingly, Lordship, land has been allotted, Lordship, in the name of the Lordship,
Land has been allotted in whose favor?
in the name of the petitioner, Lordship. Petitioners Association.
Land has been allotted.
Yes, Lordship.
Jila, Guwahati Jila.
In favor of President, must.
Huh?
In favor of Lordship, Guwahati Jila, Tholua Hakpatali.
It has already been done.
Yes, Lordship. But Lord.
Where?
Regarding I have submitted in instructions, Lordship. First page,
What is that?
I have the honor to submit the allotment proposal for land measuring 3 kotha 10 lesa covered by DAG number 50 of Paschim Pamuhi in favor of President Master Vegetable Association for establishment of market.
No, but this is a different one. Organization, Moscow Vegetable Retailers.
No, not a subsequent.
Huh?
Allotment in page resolution number 8, Lordship.
No. The petitioner is some Guwahati Tholua, something.
Yes, Lordship.
Jila Tholua শাক পাচলি ব্যৱসায় সন্থা।
In my affidavit, Lordship, that land is government land. Actually, initially, Lordship, in paragraph 6, Lordship, in second paragraph, Lordship, paragraph 6, Lordship, in compliance with the Honorable Court's order at 6 to 2017, 654614, an allotment of proposal of alternate plot of land measuring 13.38 are covered by DAC number 165 of the Poschim Boragaon, Jalopuri Moja has been submitted by the Circle Officer Guwahati Revenue Circle in favor of the petitioner.
Wait.
Second paragraph, paragraph 6 in of my affidavit, Lordship.
Paragraph 6 is here.
Yes, Lord.
That is the order passed by this court.
Yes, Lord.
Then?
No, Lordship, in my affidavit, Lordship.
I'm seeing in your affidavit only.
Subparagraph, Lordship.
Affidavit filed by whom?
Biswajit Tegu, Lordship, respondent number 4.
Okay. Hey, affidavit কোথা থাকে? এগুলো মাথা নকরে কি? What is wrong with these people? মই বিচাৰি ওলাম নেকি?
In my instruction, Lordship, Assamese person, Lordship, page number 2, that is there, Lordship.
There is no affidavit business. Who has filed that affidavit?
Biswajit Tegu, Lordship. Respondent number 4.
With this office. Yes. Respond number 4.
Yes, Lordship.
Yes,
Page 3, paragraph 6.
Deponent basis in compliance with the order dated to submit in favor. Further in compliance with the No, understood. But madam,
Yes, Lordship.
what I'm not confused is,
In
the case has been, the petitioner is Guwahati Zila Tholua Shak Pasoli ବ୍ୟବসায় সন্থা.
yes, Lordship.
And the allotment is given in the name of Maskwa Vegetable Retailers Development Association. Isn't it?
No, Lordship.
The document which you have given to me,
In annexure A, Lordship, not
annexure
yes,
A. Yes, what is it? I have the honor to say that
in page number 9, Lordship, the annexure.
I'm asking you whether you have made the allotment or not.
Yes, Lordship.
Where is it?
In that's how I have submitted the instruction, Lordship, in second paragraph, page 2. Assamese person, Lordship.
Page
2. Second page, Lordship.
Read it.
Guwahati Unnayan Bibhagor 11/5/2018 তাৰিখৰ চিঠি মৰ্মে গুৱাহাটী কামৰূপ মহানগৰ উপায়ুক্তৰ মহোদয়ৰ নিৰ্দেশ মৰ্মে কেয়াৰ নাম্বাৰ ইমান অনুসৰি ৰামচৰণী মৌজাৰ পামহি গাঁৱৰ চৰকাৰী 508 নং দাগৰ অংশৰ 3 কথা 10 লেচা মাটি মাছখোৱা শাক পাচলি খুচুৰা বিক্ৰী কেন্দ্ৰৰ উক্ত কেন্দ্ৰৰ
That is what again I'm saying. Maskwa Shak Pasoli Bazar. Maskwa Shak Pasoli Bazar has different from Ahom. This is.
it is handed over to the Maskwa, Lordship.
That is what that is also your report. But that has not been compliant. Ask your people to be present in the court. That is the only way.
No, Lordship, in the Guwahati
No.
Jila that is also I have to take case instruction, Lordship.
You see, who filed the writ petition? Who filed the contempt?
Petitioner.
What is the name of the petitioner?
Guwahati Jila Tholua Shak Pasoli.
And whom have you given the allotment? Maskwa Vegetable Retailers Development Association. How does it relevant?
Yes. Ladies, I have taken some time, Lordship. I have to take in instruction, Lordship. There is, I think, some.
Ms. D. Borman, D. Borman?
TD Verma.
D. Borman, the learning counsel appearing on behalf of the respondents, submits that she needs certain clarifications from the respondent, contemnant,
Yes.
as to whether the land has been allotted to the petitioner or to some, or to the Masqua vegetable
Masca Vegetable Retailers Development Association.
association.
Whether
Full stop.
both the association is same or not, Lord. Whether both the association.
No, that is. Taking into account the above, list the matter after 2 weeks on 16th of August 2023.
Yes.
So it is made clear that as the instant contempt proceedings is of the year 2016,
Yes.
the instructions be obtained without fail as regards the compliance to the judgment passed by this court dated
Dated 6/2/2015.
6/2/2015, passed in WPC number 6546/2004.
Public.
31.
Yes, compliance. None appears. Okay. Service. Notice have been issued to Solar have been issued from the Solar and the same is kept on record. The petitioner, neither the petitioner nor the respondent are present before this court. Be that as it may, the instant application have been initiated for willful and deliberate violation of the judgment dated 11/3/2022 passed by the learned additional session judge Bijni in criminal revision number 2/1/02/1/2022. The order dated 21/3/2022 passed by the learned subdivisional judicial magistrate M. Bijni in Bijni PS case number 24/2022. It appears on record that the contemptor had submitted that one Pran Krishna Roy, the Assistant Sub-Inspector of Police, Bizni Police Station, come complainant, had submitted a show cause report before to the Register Contempt, Guwahati High Court, dated 6/6/2022, wherein an order passed by this court in criminal petition number 284/2022 has been enclosed. 284 an order dated 5/4/2022 in criminal petition number 284/2022 has been enclosed. From a perusal of the said order, it reveals that the order on the basis of which the instant contempt proceedings have been initiated have already been stayed by this court. Taking into account the above, this court, taking into account that the order has already been stayed, nothing survives in the instant contempt proceeding for which the contempt proceeding stands closed. Yes.
Lordship, respond number 1 and 2 have entered the appearance.
No affidavit filed.
Lord, to allow me 4 weeks time to file my affidavit, my lord.
Why? What is the order which has been
Revealing
complied?
of the bill amount, my lord.
Huh?
Lord, you will find the order prevalent at page number 13, 11%.
Having regard to the Iman to verify the claim to and if found to be correct, the outstanding amount of AR be released in respect of the contract. It shall verify the document. Yes. What is wrong?
No, Lord, my lord, Lord, will get the inspection. What
What
the
is this instruction? 4 weeks doesn't happen out here. This happened on 6/6/2022. He has appeared on 2/11/2022. And what does this? We have it next week.
Lord.
Get your instructions. You file your affidavit. This is the contempt matters can't go for long like this. Mr. Esbora appearing on behalf of the respondent contemptor seeks for an accommodation for filing the affidavit. List the matter on 4th of August 2023. In the meantime, the affidavits be filed by 2nd of August 2023. It is made clear that as the petitioner, as the respondents have already appeared on 2/11/2022, and the notice was issued on 6/6/2022. If no affidavit is filed on the date so fixed, the contemptor shall be personally present in the court.
33.
Yes, madam.
Under every time we will grant it to file affidavit.
No affidavit has been filed in this case.
We'll
My lord, for non-compliance of the order.
Yes, what do you wanted? What was the direction?
Page number 25, madam.
Page?
Page 25.
What is the direction?
My lord, there is a similar order passed in page number 27, madam. Here,
And the
the
aforementioned
court has directed
circumstances.
petition-
demands, now it's directed responding immediately after completing the within stipulated period of contempt. Oh, madam, that day similar matter came up, same order.
My lord,
Then,
after 1 week, madam.
okay, same type of order day. Take it on number. The counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent numbers. Respondent, how many respondents?
One solid.
On behalf of the sole respondent, seeks for an accommodation for filing the affidavit by 2nd of August 2023. List the matter again on 4th of August 2023.
34.
34, 35, and
Similar
37
case.
is similar.
So what are the followed line is like that. If the affidavit is not filed by 2nd of August 2023, the respondent contemptor shall be personally present on the date. So
37.
37 is similar, madam. 33, 34, 35, and 37.
get your affidavit filed.
36.
I am not putting anybody's name. You just put whatever it is.
38.
36. 36 is mine.
Same.
Same.
My place is settled. Steps has been taken.
Huh? Oh, arbitration after a long time. Tell me, what is the matter about? We don't get such types of matters nowadays. What is what are you asking for?
Kindly produce the order dated 17/5.
What is the matter? What are you asking for?
Appointment of arbitrator.
Appointment of arbitration is before this court. Section 11. What happened? Steps?
Has been completed.
Steps completed.
Yes, sir.
Law demand the service is complete. So we appoint the arbitrator. Show me the dispute. Who is the arbitrator?
But you may kindly take up the matter by tomorrow.
Why? You don't want the matter to be allowed? Shreya, Shweta Agarwal, Divyang Shreya, Geeta Patel, so and so. These are from Gujarat.
Yes, sir.
The service is complete.
Yes, sir.
Lozima court order. Notice. Copy of the postal and oh, deemed complete. Matter is pending out here in NCLT. You don't know. Chalo. The record reveals that the service upon the respondents are complete. However, none has appeared. Taking into account the above, this court, for the interest of justice, grants a further 2 weeks' time to the respondents to appear before this court. It is made clear if the respondents are not represented, this court shall proceed to dispose of the matter on the basis of the available pleadings. Place the matter again on 23rd of August 2023.
Public.
Next matter, same.
39.
Yes.
Regarding the appointment to the arbitrator.
Yes.
In this particular case, the service is complete. The respondent has not appeared.
Oh.
Your
Respondent is from where?
order sheet that
Atikur
Office
Rahman.
note that
Is here nearby. Have you served it?
yes, 18/5/2023.
Eh?
Office note by.
Lease deed.
Lease deed, my.
What is the dispute?
Dispute, my lord, because the so far the premises is concerned, that was not given to me, my. Completed in all the respects as per the lease deed, my.
Huh?
And as per the lease deed, the premises which was to be leased out to me, my lord, that was not given to me, my lord. Possession thereof was not given. That is the dispute, my lord.
So you want to
Refund of the amount which I gave as the security deposit, as well as the total amount is 27,67,500. And for this part,
what is the period of lease?
lease, it was my lord.
3 years. Huh?
Yeah,
If it is 3 years, how can this court take note of this arbitration clause without the stamp duty being paid?
because the clause is there. Clause 17 of the lease it says about it
See what?
regarding the
Arbitration.
arbitration.
Very well, I understand. But can an arbitration clause be taken into account which is not in the when the document is not registered?
It is not registered.
Then?
But
Or if you have not paid the stamp duty?
stamp duty is also not paid. So
Then- Then how can this court at all under section 11 take note of that aspect of the matter?
my lord, whether it is
Constitution bench. You don't have a case. Section 11. The recently Constitution bench has passed.
Yeah.
You don't have a case. Now, look into it.
In that view of the matter, it may kindly be disposed of,
For what? To dismiss it.
giving the reasons why. If that's why the service is closed is not applicable, so that I may file the civil suit for realization.
We'll take it up at 2. You just get hold of the judgment. A recent Constitution bench judgment where Justice Graham Joseph was leading the bench. I think he has written the judgment. There were 2 dissenting.
My lord, in that case, let it be listed after tomorrow.
No, it is there everywhere. I know it for a fact. The matter was referred, and then it has been given. I just can find it out. That 2, I'll pass the order. That this, you can't file this. I can't take note of this. The lease deed without the arbitration clause can't be taken note of because of this is only 100 rupees.
Yes, that being the position, my lord.
I think, but why don't
So
you?
that I may go to the civil court.
But if I hold it, no, Mr. Bhatti, that is why I'm asking you to find and think till 2 o'clock. If I hold it, that the arbitration clause can't be taken into account as the document is not leased, but whether there was a lease agreement done.
It is the deed, it is not the agreement, my lord. The heading given is
Hello, we'll take it up at 2.
but right. But
Dismiss it.
better, my lord, it may kindly be dismissed with the observation so that I can go for the civil suit.
Huh?
So that I can go for the civil court. Otherwise, they would raise the point of arbitration.
No, only thing I'm worried, if I hold that this particular document, okay, I think you can.
Because in that case, my lord, it is the lease month to month.
What is the dispute about?
About, my lord, because it was not given to me, that did not carry out the work, my lord.
The shop was not given to you.
Yeah, complete.
This is an application under Section 11 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 for referring the dispute which arose out of a unregistered lease deed dated 18th of May, 18/11/2019. A perusal of the said unregistered deed of lease reveals that the period of lease was for 3 years.
Total, my lord, 9 years.
Was for a total of 9 years with an interval of 3 years. Hey, stamp it. No, the period of the lease was 3 years plus 3 years plus 3 years is equals to 9 years, which was to be renewed at the interval of every 3 years. The stamp duty so paid on the said unregistered lease deed was ₹100, as could be seen from a perusal of the annexure A to the application. However, from a perusal of article, what is that article? 34, 35. Please.
Exactly, I cannot say much. It's time to.
From a perusal of article 35. A, bracket small a, Roman 3. The duty to be paid in such lease deed is the same duty as a conveyance for the consideration equal to the amount or the value of the average annual rent reserved. In a recent Constitution Bench judgment, in the case of NN Global Mercantile Private Limited versus Indo Unique Flame Limited, reported in 2023 SCC Online SC 495. It was observed that an arbitration agreement, it was observed that an instrument which is accessible to stamp duty may contain an arbitration clause and which is not stamped, cannot be said to be a contract which is enforceable in law within the meaning of section 2H of the Contract Act and is not enforceable under section 2G of the Contract Act. It was further observed that an unstamped instrument, when it is required to be stamped, being not a contract and not enforceable in law, cannot therefore exist in law. In paragraph number 125 of the majority judgment, it was observed, it was held that the provisions of section 33 and the bar under section 35 of the Indian Stamp Act applicable to instruments chargeable to stamp duty under section 3 read with the schedule to the Stamp Act would render the arbitration agreement contained in any instrument as being non-existent in law unless the instrument is validated under the Stamp Act. Taking into account the above, this court therefore is of the opinion that as the lease deed in question enclosed as Annexure A to the application is not adequately stamped as required under the Stamp Act, more particularly as applicable to state of Assam. The said arbitration clause contained in the said lease deed, in the opinion of this court, cannot be acted upon in an application under Section 11 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. Accordingly, the instant application, therefore, is devoid of any merits and accordingly stands dismissed. Yes, Mr. Gustami. Yes, your matter. What did you get? Instruction? Yes, Mr. Nath, tell me.
Well, so in this subsequent notification of 2019, this particular category, that particular category, my lord, the specially able woman rape victim, that is not there.
So obviously, they will be covered under 6/1/2017. So that amount has to be paid to her 10 lakhs.
That is the clarification has been given by the Home Department.
6/1/2017.
Yes.
That has to be paid. Here, the amount has been paid as the maximum as 5 lakhs.
Yes, yes, my lord,
Which obviously would not hold the field for him. He would be entitled to the 10 lakhs. Yes, now the State Legal Services Authority's problem is you are not releasing the funds.
my lord, as regard the fund, I spoke to them. They have already, my lord, the financial sanction has been given. Now, some because of some concurrence, my lord, it is with the finance department. It will be shortly, my lord, the amount.
Shortly means?
Fund will come. My lord.
What is shortly?
My lord, no, 1997. On 1997, I got the instruction.
Shortly, what is shortly?
But because it is with the finance department.
2 months?
No, it will not take 2 months. It will not take
1 month?
maybe less than 1 month.
Let us have it at 1 month.
Lordship.
This court by an order dated 19/7/2023 had asked the council appearing on behalf of the state to obtain instructions as to whether the amount of rupees 5 lakhs have been awarded by the awarded by the District Legal Services Authority, Kamrup Metro, have already been paid to the petitioner. Ms. R.S. Chaudhary, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent number 3, had submitted that on account of non-release of the fund by the state government, the said amount could not be paid to the petitioner. In the order dated 19/7/2023, this court had also taken note of as to the entitlement of the petitioner, taking into account that the victim in the instant case is a specially able rape victim. And as such, it is the opinion of this court that the petitioner is entitled to, that the victim would be entitled to compensation in terms with the notification dated 6/1/2017. Today, Mr. D. Knapp, the learned senior government advocate, appearing on behalf of the respondent state, had submitted a communication, had placed before this court an instruction issued by the Deputy Secretary to the Government of Assam Political Aid Department, wherein it has also been mentioned that the government notification number PLA.524/2015/PT/42 dated 6/1/2017 regarding incorporation of compensation of rupees 10 lakhs only to be provided to specially able to woman rape victim under the Assam Victim Compensation Scheme 2012 would be paid to the petitioner as a one-time payment. The said communication instruction so placed during the course of the hearing is kept on record and marked with the letter X. This court has specifically inquired with Mr. D. Nath, the learned senior government advocate, as to within what time the petitioner would be disbursed the amount of rupees 10 lakhs, which he submits that the same would be done within a period of 45 days from today. Taking into account the above, this court therefore disposes of the instant writ petition with the direction to the Commissioner and Secretary to the Government of Assam Home and Political Department, Dispur, to disburse an amount of rupees 10 lakhs to the Assam State Legal Services Authority at the earliest and not later than 45 days from today. And thereupon, the Assam State Legal Services Authority, that is the respondent number 3, shall disburse the said amount to the petitioner immediately. A copy of the instant order, the registry is directed to serve a copy of the instant order to Mr. D. Nath for effective compliance, to Mr. D. Nath and Ms. R. H. Chaudhary for effective compliance.
Highly applies.
Yes, Mr. S. Burwa, what do you have to say about that matter? What have you done?
The police
52 and 55.
Commissioner of Police, I have received the report. But they are ready to provide the police help. Deputy Commissioner, I spoke to the DC also. They are going to pass the order tomorrow. Because the file was missing and this all this office.
We keep the matter pending.
Yes, yes.
We'll have it again on 4th of August. Let's see what developments happen.
Yes, yes.
Mr. D. Nath, the learned counsel senior government advocate, appearing on behalf of the Deputy Commissioner Kamrup Metro, as well as also representing the Commissioner of Police, Guwahati,
Yes.
submits that adequate steps would be taken to the applications so submitted by the petitioner within a day or two. In that regard, the learned counsel have placed an instruction issued by the Deputy Commissioner of Police Crime wherein it has been mentioned that the Deputy Commissioner cum District Magistrate Guwahati is the appropriate authority to fix the date, time, and venue for the purpose of handing over the physical possession of the secured asset mortgaged by the respondent number 1 and 2. The police authority will provide necessary police force for the purpose of maintenance of law and order at the venue, as and when instructions are received from the district administration. The said communication, said instruction is kept on record and marked with the letter X. Taking into account the above, this court fixes the matter on 4th of August 2023, on which date the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the state shall apprise as to whether appropriate steps have been taken pursuant to as submitted before this court for the purpose of handing over the physical possession of the secured assets to the petitioner.
But in the other matter, my lord, the DC has already passed an order. Way back on 15/12/2020, that is at page 39 of the other petition. He's only required to fix the date, because once a date was fixed,
Same order. Same order.
in 55, he's not required to pass a fresh order, only a date.
Whatever may be.
Ultimately, the
I am not asking them to pass any order. I am asking him for compliance that they effect it so that you get the secured assets. Same order. Mr. Ganguly, we are not on complication. Let's make things more simple. Yes, Mr. Bora, Mr. Gustami. Yes, tell me.
If I beg your pardon,
51.
because of the time.
Tell me. You have challenged the tender process.
Tender.
Why?
Lordship, as per FMP manual issued by the Government of India, the procurement should be made through the school management committee. Lordship. The FMP is at page 44. Lordship.
What is this tender? Tender is where?
Purchase of furniture, school furniture.
Notice mission director Samagra Srisha invites following bids. Tender number so and so for supply of teaching material. Supply and installation of dual desk and bench. Interested bidders may visit GM portal and submit their portal on the GM. Then what happens?
Lordship, as per Lordship, tender document, the turnover of a person should be more than 21 lakhs. As per Lordship bid documents, every person have a bidder turnover to be 21 crores annual turnover. As per Lordship FMP, the manual for purchasing the goods, the issued by the central government, Ministry of Human Resources and Development, there is a manual how to procure the goods. Earlier round of application was also filed regarding school uniform. Same procedure has been adopted by the authority for procurement of school furniture. Whole of Assam. That was challenged before the Honorable Court. That FMP, as per FMP manual issued by the central government, who has provided a fund, it should be made to school-wise, individual school-wise, because school will give the requirement and accordingly they have to be passed. And there is no question of purchasing central. And that is the manual.
Who are you?
I am also participant in the tender process. I am the small scale industry.
They want to purchase it centrally. How are you affected?
Effective means Lordship.
Means you don't qualify.
Don't qualify Lordship. Because as per manual, as per FMP manual, which has been annexed at Annexure 5 of the petition.
Yes. Where is it?
Page 44. Lordship.
Yes.
Manual for financial management and procurement for scheme of Samagro itself.
Page?
Page 44.
Which writ petition?
5/2/2023.
523. 44. This is run by the Ministry of Human Resource. They are providing the fund. Okay. Then?
As you are aware, the scheme of Samagro has been launched with effect from Iman after subscribing centrally sponsored scheme Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhijan, Samagro Shiksha Abhijan, teachers education with a view to provide guidance and uniformity in respect of mode of release and utilization of funds, budgeting, financial reporting, accounting, auditing, requirement of and procurement procedure, etc. Under the scheme. This ministry has developed FMP manual and for the use of state and union governments for implementing the agencies, a copy of the FMP manual is enclosed here. Same has also been uploaded into website MHRD. The provision of the manual would be mandatory.
Then
now I will take it page 45. We have annexed the relevant portion. And clause 2. School KGVP related item to be procured. First one is uniform. Next 3 is furniture to the government upper primary school and secondary higher secondary school. Procurement of furniture to be done by SMC, SMDC, equivalent bodies for rural and urban areas. So it should be procured through the SMDC, School Management Development Committee. And that is mandatory.
Then
now my question is, look, if in this particular case they have silent affidavit, They have filed an affidavit stating that their FMP manual is not binding on them. We want to file an affidavit to that effect.
You have filed.
In this particular case, also last week it has come. Document has getting up today. We could not file. My client is suffering from GERD. That is why he is suffering from viral fever. We could not take him to file the affidavit. Affidavit was very low. That is why, look, because only denial is that FMP manual is not binding on them.
So what are you going to do with an affidavit? You'll say that it is binding.
It is FMP manual is binding. And secondly, they are saying that they are procuring the goods as per their own procedure guidelines, state government manual, they are purchasing. That dispute is real.
So you have to show from these documents that it cannot be done.
Lordship, from the FMP manual I have produced, Lordship, FMP
Who is appearing for the union? Union is a party.
manual is a part.
Why union is not there? Where is the union? Who is representing? Their names have been shown.
Lordship, Federal Government Standing Council has been sponsored.
Because their stand will be the most relevant.
Most relevant.
So none appears. We'll ask that human resource, some authorized personnel from human resource be present, then it will be better.
Lordship.
This union have no problem. They are not representing, we have no other. Yes, Mr. Bora, what do you have to say?
I wanted to let it come in here that because the state is represented by AG. He is some person
Mr. Counsel, first and foremost, state is represented by the AG, those things doesn't hold good with it. When this court wants, this court will ask the AG to it.
No, because
First of all, I think you get hold of that Deputy Solicitor General of India.
What?
We get hold of him. He is the more important than the AG for this purpose. Because he has to come up and say, what is the stance? As to whether that notification, the manual of 2018 still holds water because it is 5 years down the line. The things change. Where is he? Get hold of him.
architecture to elevate.
He'll have after some time. Get hold of, ask him to come. Don't get others, government advocate, these union advocates. They would not be able to get it. Ask Mr. Architect Chaudhary to be present. We'll take it up at 3.
Under 40.
Yes, contempt.
My lord. Take it order
Complied.
disobedience of the order, my lord. First in restriction number 570 2021. The husband is there, page 11, my lord, in except 2.
No, let us first see as to whether it has been, what is there? One key is there, 9 left out. No notice has been issued.
No, new case, my lord.
New case, okay. Now what is it? What has happened?
My lord, I applied for a beer bar license, my lord. Long back, my lord.
Beer bar license.
Yes, my lord.
Under such the sanction which was granted way back has lost its way and mere deposit of license fee will not entitle the petitioner to be granted and so is a under rule and so. After perusal of this provision, this court is of the view that although the petitioner applied for license, this court can Now, what is your case? That this order was then submitted to whom?
Yes, my lord, to the page number
On 10th of
11.
June.
10.
On 10th of June.
Yes, my lord, 10th of June. I filed my memorandum before the Commissioner of Excise.
Commissioner of?
Excise.
Commissioner of Excise. Then why you are making the commissioner and secretary a party?
In the original requisition, he is also party.
So you have not issued him.
Yes, ma'am, 4. Respondent number 4, page 3.
Understood. But what about the others? Why you are making the others a party when you have not served a copy of it? Have you asked them for compliance?
I filed a
Don't you think a compliance of a initiation of a contempt
Yes.
has to be for willful disobedience?
Yes, my lord. Issuing authority, deputy commissioner, and
Whatever may be. Willful disobedience, when can it happen? When you give him a chance and he does not comply.
yes, my lord.
But you have not informed him. Tell me. Have you informed? That you people have been directed out here to do the needful. Why you have only informed the commissioner?
Commissioner only.
Then you have not given copies to anybody else.
Only commissioner, I given a copy.
So you have one option is that we issue only notice as regards the respondent number 4, not the others.
Yes, sir.
Others, we are striking their names. Because you have not issued notice to them. That is a mandatory part. What do you want to do?
He is to give the report, my lord, as per the order. But I have not got a copy of the order, my lord.
Mr. Counsel,
Yes, my lord.
why don't you do one thing? Withdraw this, issue them no notice and come back. How can I make these people party? Means, can the commissioner exercise only be the person out here? The commissioner and secretary has to be there. Why don't you think that you have to give a copy to them? Tell me.
Yes, already 1 year has been passed, my lord, from the date of passing of the judgment.
1 year has passed, 10th of June.
Yes, my lord.
When did you file it?
Prior to this, prior to the expiry of the time, my lord.
Then what will happen to them, the others? How do you take care of the others? Chalo. The learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner submits that the judgment and order dated 3/6/2022 passed in WPC number 576/2021 had only been served upon the respondent number 4 herein seeking compliance, and there has been non-compliance for which the instant contempt proceedings have been filed. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he would like to take fresh steps. He would like to issue notices to the respondent number 1, 2, and 3 also, and thereupon to file an additional affidavit if within the said period no steps are being taken in compliance to the order dated 3/6/2022. List the matter again on 30th of August. In the meantime, the petitioner shall be at liberty to take appropriate steps. I think this is the only way out. Otherwise, without 1, 2, and 3, huh?
I started he had, my lord, he has not taken the step, my lord.
I think you need to take that, but otherwise we can't make issue notice to them.
Yeah, my lord. Hold on.
41.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes,
My lord, relevant part is number 12, my lord, of this honorable court,
what is the direction? Outstanding.
my lord. Page
When did
number-
you inform? 12/4/2022.
my lord.
And okay, on issue notice for you.
Right.
Issue notice. How many petitioners? Respondents.
Respondent, my lord, here I am also, my lord, make other,
Oh.
yes, my lord. I have also done mistake, my lord.
Then what to do? This I can't do anything.
My lord, only three may go notice, my.
Huh?
Only three, my lord, respond number one.
Then I strike out the names of others.
My lord, my
Strike out the names of others.
lord.
Issue notice to the respondent number 2. Now, and again, the instant contempt proceedings have been initiated for non-compliance of the order dated 10/2/2022 passed in WPC number 6110/2017. It reveals that pursuant to the said order, on 12/4/2022, the petitioner issued notice to the Chief Engineer PWD, the Executive Engineer PWD, as well as the Commissioner and Special Secretary to the Government of Assam PWRD. Seeking compliance. However, there has been no notice issued to the respondent number 3, respondent number 5, respondent number 6. In that view of the matter, this court only issues notice upon the respondent number 1, respondent number 2, and the respondent number 4. Steps be taken by way of registered as well as usual within 3 days. List the matter after completion of the service.
Obliged, my lord.
42.
Yes,
My lord, honorable court order page 13, relevant page 15. Admissible amount.
in then what happened? What is this 21/11/2022?
21/11, my lord. That is the letter, my lord. That is the respondent number 3 submitted to the respondent number 2 for compliance. Then page 21, my lord. The respondent number 2 submitted this letter to respondent number 1, contempt number 1 for compliance.
Then
Nothing. So I have submitted page 22 to the contempt number 1 to need to. Nothing has been done.
now whom have you made them? Why are you making the deputy commissioner a party?
Because deputy commissioner also direction was given to him.
But he has done his part.
He has done. Now the matter is pending before the respondent contempt number 1, commissioner CNI.
Okay. The instant application have been filed for willful violation and disobedience to the order dated 21/9/2022 passed in WPC number 6871/2021. Issue notice to the respondent numbers 1, 2, and 3. Steps be taken within 3 days. List the matter upon completion of service.
I'm on.
Matter passed to transfer for Itanagar bench.
Who is there? NHPC.
NSPC is there and Union of India and GR.
No steps upon 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Same.
Same.
Hey, another order did you? How many items are there?
43 to 48.
Huh?
43 to 48.
Same item.
47.
47. Even but I'm appearing only on 43 to 46. I'm the
And what about the other one?
47, my lord, the council's name is
party.
not shown. Petitioner's council's name is not shown.
So 43 to 47, 43 to 46.
60th.
It will notice issue area corrigible. AIK corrigible. Hey, order to the issue. 3 and 4 ito. Aliano kon nam to loilo. And
7
as
days.
regards the 46 at corrigible, 47 at corrigible. It appears 47. 47 you are appearing.
47, my lord, I will appear for the for the state respondent.
And are you there, Mr.?
I'm not.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Not shown.
Hmm?
It's not shown in the consent. NHPC is there.
No, he's not there. Hydro NHPC is there. General Manager is NHPC, State of Arunachal is there, and Deputy Commissioner. So it will cover the Mr. B.D. Goswami, the legal counsel, appearing on behalf of the respondent number 3 and 4, 6, and accommodation of 4 weeks for filing their affidavit. It appears that the instant writ petition has been transferred from the Itanagar bench to the principal seat of this court on the basis of administrative orders passed by the Chief Justice of this court. The learned counsel, none has appeared on behalf of the petitioner as well as the respondent number 1 and 2. It appears that the petitioner, counsel for the petitioner as well as the respondent number 1 and 2 may not be aware about the pendency of the instant writ petition before the principal seat of this court. Accordingly, the registry is therefore directed to inform the counsel for the petitioner as well as the respondent number 1 and 2 about the pendency of the instant proceedings. List the matter after 4 weeks.
Right. Well, we may be served with copies.
Now we will start the copy. Stop copy to start.
And now 53.
Much problem.
Yes. What is the instruction? As regards the petitioner's allotment, that is the.
Yes. Next page, Lord. Actually, more.
So the allotment proposal is pending,
Yes, but due to pendency of
and the circle officer says that there is a stalled, incomplete concrete construction,
measuring.
concrete structure measuring 25 feet by 30 feet.
Yes, but
So how much time?
As per procedure.
Pohundra mission will be completed within a time frame. But
When?
it cannot be said. When he applied, I don't know. That instruction not no. Get apply to Pohundra. Within a 1 year, this has to be completed. Then, as per Pohundra scheme.
Both parties
Both
have
parties have applied.
submitted fast settlement of applications under the Mission Bosundara 2.0,
Yes.
which will be disposed of as per norm.
Norm.
No allotment proposal was previously passed under concerned disputed land.
Yes.
So under such circumstances, when did you apply?
Year ago, 1 year ago.
Chalo. We have it after 4 months.
Yes.
You applied, what is the state? And in the meantime, we asked the circle officer not to allow any further construction. In pursuance to the order passed by this court on 18/7/2023, Mr. S. Burua, S. Dr. the Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of the Revenue Department, had placed on record an instruction issued by the circle officer, Pamoria Revenue Circle, to the Additional Deputy Commissioner Kamrup Amingam. From a perusal of the said instruction, it revealed that both the parties, that is the petitioner as well as the respondent number 6, have submitted applications seeking allotment, seeking land settlement under the Mission Bosundara 2.0.
Yes.
And there is a reference to the application numbers. It was further mentioned that there has been no allotment proposal. Further mentioned that there is no allotment proposal previously passed on the concerned disputed land. Further to that, it is also seen that from the said communication that there is a stall incomplete concrete structure measuring 25 feet by 30 feet. Taking into account the above, this court had made a query upon the Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of the Revenue Department as to how much time would be required for the purpose of deciding the settlement application. The Learned Counsel, Mr. S. Dr. submitted that in terms with the Basundara 2. Mission Basundara 2.0 scheme, such applications for allotment or public settlement are to be disposed of within 1 year.
Yeah.
Taking into account the above, this court fixes the instant repetition again on November 6th, 2023. In the meantime, the respondent shall take a call on the application so submitted by the petitioner as well as the respondent number 6. Further to that, as the land in question is a government land,
Yes.
wherein both the petitioner and the respondent number 6 are claiming settlement. This court further directs the circle officer, Pomoria Revenue Circle, as well as the officer in charge of Boko PS to ensure that there is no construction carried out on the land in question. It is for the sake of convenience, this court therefore further finds it relevant to observe that the land in question is a land measuring 3 kata 4 lechas covered by dag number 268 situated at village Notun Katmi under Mozak Sontoli under Somoria Revenue Circle in the district of Kamruk. The instruction so placed is kept on record and marked with the letter X.
Lordship, similar instruction I have also received, but from the application numbers, I can make out that it is 2023 because last maybe April, May.
I'm not stated anything. We'll see. I'm asking you to take a call.
Yes.
We are fixing it in the month of November. November is 11 months.
Before
Well,
Yes.
I could file the affidavit today only, but the secretary was not available.
What is this affidavit about?
The petitioner.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Yes.
The speaking order has been passed. We have annexed the order.
Mr. Petitioner, tell me one thing. How are you appearing for 2 persons?
So on the very first day, me and Hemanta Devdi both, myself and Hemanta Devdi.
And I am concerned, you can't represent both.
On the very first day.
Whatever may be.
Yes.
Both of you can't represent because you are not a lawyer. You can represent only your cause,
Yes,
being the petitioner in person. You can't appear for the other person.
Okay.
Matter. If he is not represented by a lawyer, nothing. Okay. Now, what is the affidavit say?
Well, the affidavit says that kindly come to paragraph 3. The proposal submitted by the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Assam for initiation of regular case against Dr. So-and-so, while letter number 13/1/2021 has been denied as per approval of the competent authority, and the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Assam has been informed accordingly. A speaking order has been annexed as Annex A, page 48, Lordship will find.
Who has refused?
Well, here the Home Department is the authority. Secretary has passed the order with the approval of the competent authority. Ultimately,
Tell me one thing, whether the respondent number 6 now is holding a public office?
no. It was sent on 13/1/2021. In fact, at that time also, in fact, they have said that ex-MLA.
So,
But,
what business does they have?
in fact, it was sent, they have considered.
No,
That
no,
is what
I understood. On what business does these people have to say as regards an ex-MLA?
Correct.
They don't have any business. I would have understood that
In
these
the-
people may say something who is a present MLA. It is an ex-MLA. How can there be a refusal? What is the question of sanction?
They have asked, they have passed the order. In fact, in the speaking order, they have mentioned it
Who is
not-
appearing for the vigilance?
For the department, I am appearing.
Then why is it necessary for asking for a regular case to be initiated from these authorities? Not necessary. You can very well, after finding out everything, why are you not taking any action? I would have understood if he is an MLA, public servant, some sanction, something to that. But what is this business out there? You are saying about an ex-MLA. it has been found that the director of vigilance and anti-corruption wants proceedings to be initiated. Why if the commission or the governor has said anything to that effect?
For a regular inquiry, it was written on at that point of time.
It's
Well, kindly
the
come to
most
page,
surprising thing which has happened.
well, kindly come to page 17. What is his prayer? Well, this prayer has been considered now. Kindly come to page 17. Huh?
For what? What is that page 17?
Page 17 is the prayer made in the writ petition.
Ah.
Well, a writ in the nature of mandamus or
Respondent
any
to
other
take
so and
into
so.
consider the approval request for initiation of criminal case against the suspect so and so as sought by the superintendent of remand by letter and after perusal of the grant immediate approval so and so so and so. What is wrong with that prayer?
No, this prayer has now been considered. They have refused.
I'm not understanding why it has been refused. We are in 226. So if an authority does not do something, why not this court, irrespective of, it's not a question of consideration. Why can't this court pass an order to the effect directing initiation of a regular proceeding?
It is
Now,
not.
I don't understand how the authority can say anything that we are not going to give you the sanction. Who are you?
No.
Once a case has been made out, there is a finding out there where the director of vigilance and anti-corruption categorically says that there is a case. We want to have a regular case, criminal case initiated against him. Why is the authority? How does the governor or the commissioner and secretary of home or anything has anything to do and say that no?
I'll take your lordship to the speaking order.
I've seen that speaking order, but why is he saying that? To me, what is the reason of the speaking order?
Lordship.
Wherein is stated in the report dated so and so that so and so was called for examination. His statement was recorded during the course of inquiry. The report also states that it is found that so and so, best friend there, received grant in aid under so and so. Moreover, it is found that he is not a signatory of any document regarding it. As per report, so and so did not take part in the process of so and so. Whereas the report concluded that the allegation of misappropriation of so and so could not be substantiated as the records collected during the inquiry. After perusal of the report, so and so, demands the delegation that so and so, so and so, so and so is hereby denied by the competent authority. Now, why? How does the competent authority come into the scene? Tell me.
Competent authority came into scene because of the letter request letter of 13/1/2021. Otherwise, my lordship, I fully agree, my lord, with your lordship. The authority, the vigilance and anti-corruption, they have sought for the sanction for the regular entry.
Is the authority going to decide about the initiation of a criminal case, or they want to have a criminal case initiated out there? That's all. As regards a person who is no longer in the public service or public office.
That angle, my lord, I fully agree with your lord. That I agree.
But if you are appearing for this competent authority as well as for the director of vigilance, wouldn't there be a conflict?
No.
Why?
Well,
on one hand, the director of vigilance wants that for initiation of a criminal proceeding, whereas the competent authority says don't do it. Wouldn't there be a conflict?
No, my lord. My respectful submission would be, my lord, it is the authority. They have placed the materials before the the prosecution sanctions are being
prosecution sanction. How does it come into the picture
No,
here?
I'm just making my submissions.
No. Understood. But how can you appear for both?
No. The authority with the materials in their hand, they have requested the higher authority that these are the materials. You please give us the approval. The higher authority has examined the materials and found that no, they are not sufficient. Approval is not given. That is what.
So for whom are you appearing?
No, I'm appearing for the department, or not.
Departments, does it include the director of vigilance?
Yes, but
he says that he says that it is required.
They have requested the authority for
No,
approval.
as per him, therefore he says he has requested the authority for sanction. On the other hand, the authority for whom again you represent says that not necessary.
No, they, after examining, they said that it is because they, according to the director vigilance, the approval is required. That is why they have sought for the approval, and now the authority, after examining, has refused the approval. Therefore, there is no there is no conflict of interest of the authority.
Obviously, there is.
No, until and unless the.
Are you saying that?
according
Are
to
you
the
saying?
logic.
Are you saying that the director of vigilance was wrong in asking?
No, even if मतलब that aspect मतलब I'll examine, definitely I'll examine because if it is not required at all, why he has sought? As on today, मतलब I am assuming that it is required. He is a subordinate authority. He has sought the approval of the higher authority. Higher authority has not given him. That is why he will not proceed. They are on the
No,
same.
is it
footing.
required?
That is what I'll examine. But for the purpose of this writ petition, Malad, I have two submissions. Number one, Malad, he has approached the Honorable Court by filing this writ petition that 13/1/2021, no action has been taken by the authority. A direction may be given to take them action. That action has been taken. Number one. And number two, Lordship will see what vested legal right of the petitioner has been violated by not taking any action. This is not a PIL, Malad. He said that the respondent number 6 has misappropriated public fund of 100 crore rupees. It's a serious allegation, of course, but this is not a PIL. But ultimately, the petitioner may have some vested interest against the respondent number 6, and now the petitioner is misusing this process of this honorable court by putting us pressure. That is what his intention is. So that aspect, Lordship may kindly consider before proceeding.
What is the difference between a PIL and a writ petition?
The PIL will be in the interest of public. What interest he has? Because he is having personal interest.
So can a person
Lordship.
who has personal interest?
Yeah, under
No,
226.
just for example, a person who has, you see the difference between a PIL and a writ petition is that in a PIL, a person concerned that the only the locus has been, there's no problem with the locus.
Like-
Any person can come
Look.
in the PIL, being publicly interested persons,
And they have to.
they
give
can
an
do so.
They have to give an undertaking that I am no way personally connected, and I don't have any personal interest. That undertaking.
That
they
is
have
there in a PIL.
in the PIL.
In a writ petition, why can't he bring it?
In a writ petition, my lord,
If some illegality is being done,
Lordship.
are you saying that illegality is done by a public functionary, a person who may be affected or not? He has seen out there. He may not like to go to, may not have that, but he may very well come before the court and file a writ petition.
Well, he can approach the honorable court under 226 by filing a PIL. Lord.
No,
because
it is not
because the-
required only for a
because-
PIL. You can very well file. There is a Supreme Court judgment in that regard. More particularly, that matter pertained to. I still remember that whole thing where Justice Ganguly had passed the order. See the judgment. It categorically shows what is the difference between a PIL and a writ petition. Any person, can very well come before this court and say that this person, at the time of being a public functionary, he has taken this money, and as such, I want an investigation.
But
What is wrong with that?
What?
He's a taxpayer.
But that is not his case. That is not his case, my lord.
His case is that you have not taken any action.
Correct.
You are sitting over it,
No, that
and
is-
it surprises this court as to how the authority concerned, the competent authority says that no, he only asks that a regular criminal case be initiated. That's all. What is wrong with it? And who is appearing for respondent number 6?
6.
Has the service been meted out to him?
My lord, that is more interesting. I have informed the Joint Registrar Judicial. Even after the acknowledgement number was given, when I have searched the acknowledgement number on the official website of India Post, the consignment details not found. This has been immediately informed to the Joint Registrar Judicial.
Listening to the joint
Private respondent number 5 and the petitioner number 2, they are neighbors. Address is same, my lord. Possibly Dusty he can do. They are neighbors. Page 5 and page 4, kindly see. Page 5 is the address of the respondent number 5.
IIT FC Protect Park, Hingrabari. And respondent number 6 is Protect View Apartment, Sodapati, Hingrabari.
two different
No,
apartments on the
peti-
same road.
Petitioner number,
Two different apartments, the distance is about 1.5 kilometer
Okay,
on the same road.
you effect service by way of the stick.
So I would like to make some submission.
Yes, what else do you have to make submission?
So
I have made more submissions for you than
Can I-
you were with me.
No, sir, already I have submitted.
Mr. Petitioner in person, you wait. There is always time. You wait, we'll see.
my submission is this, that in this kind of a writ petition, Lordship will see what legal and constitutional rights.
No,
the petitioner
legal right is there. You see that whole matter.
I'll
Ashok
check.
Ganguly,
I'll check. I'll
A.
check.
Ganguly's judgment. That which led to T. Raja being put behind bars,
I'll-
175 lakh crores.
I'll check.
One,
I'll check.
1.7 lakh crores.
I'll check.
That is the case where it has happened. The
But-
2G scheme,
But Lord, to this game, I'll
The
I'll
2G
check.
scheme.
I'll check up and Lordship may
there it has been categorically mentioned as to how the locus standi. What is the difference between when a PIL has to be filed, when a PIL is not required?
yes, Lordship may examine whether any personal interest of the petitioner.
No, first
He-
of
he-
all,
he
let
was-
me examine as
Yes,
to
yes.
why you have done this. Why you have, who are you to, why this Home and Political Department says that not necessary. You have reduced you have increased, not reduced, you have increased yourself to the courts now
No.
and decided that no, it's not required. Even after all these allegations are there.
No. The
When
subordinate.
your director of vigilance categorically says that there is a case, let me have a regular case against him. You are saying that no. What is the question of sanction?
That of course has to be
The
there.
question
I'll
as to
examine.
whether the director of vigilance requires a
sanction.
specific approval for the purpose of having a regular proceedings. It may be. For this type of litigation, this is done under what? The central government, the union. This director of vigilance is under whom?
No, it is.
This is not under the CM's vigilance.
No, this is not CM's vigilance.
So this is under the vigilance and anti-corruption of the
Vigilance
government
and-
of Assam.
Vigilance and.
Then how
anti-corruption.
does the state say that no, you don't do it? It's a very serious thing.
Well, that aspect I'll take.
The Joint Secretary to the Government of Assam, Home and Political Department, this court, had filed an affidavit bringing on record the order dated 10/6/2023, whereby the competent authority have refused initiation of a criminal case against the respondent number 6. Though the superintendent of police (law) Director of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Assam had by the communication dated 13/1/2021 have mentioned that after completion of the computation it appeared that the respondent number 6 possessed disproportionate assets amounting to rupees 2,16,05,994.46 in comparison to his known source of income. It was also mentioned that the inquiry officer had also submitted an inquiry report suggesting to initiate a criminal case against the respondent number 6 as per the provisions of section 13(1)(b) oblique 13(2) of the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. It, however, reveals from the records the service upon the respondent number 6 is not complete. The petitioner is directed to effect service upon the respondent number 6 by way of dusty and file an affidavit of service on or before the next date. By way of dusty, routed through the registry of this court and file an affidavit of service on or before the next date. List the matter again on 25th of August, 2023. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Architect Chaudhary. You see, what has happened out here, union is a part.
Worship, in fact, the mishap has occurred because I had allotted it to Mr. Das, and now Mr. Goswami has engaged Mr. Chaudhary. He cannot appear.
Who?
K.N. Chaudhary.
My client has engaged K for 3 years in this particular case.
He cannot
That is
appear. He is attached to Mr. Chaudhary's chamber. So, anyway.
But then also, why didn't you say when your matter was called? You would have said that.
I was immediately after that matter.
Anyway. Mr. Chaudhary, the problem which arises out here is this. There's a circular of the government of India, the central government, stating, if you see WPC number 523, at page 45. Number 3, page 45, Roman 2, capital Roman 2 to Roman 3, small Roman 3. Furnitures to the government upper primary school, secondary school, higher secondary school. Procurement of furniture to be done by SMC, SDMC, equivalent bodies for rural urban areas. Now, what has happened? The government have initiated the government of Assam have initiated the procurement process through GM. Now, the case of the petitioner herein is that look at these things are mandatory. If you see at page 44. The last line, the provisions of the manual would be mandatory. So they say that it is to be only done through these SMC or SDMC or whatever may be. They can't do through the GM. Centrally, they can't procure it. On the other hand, the state government has filed an affidavit that look here, who is the union government? We are not concerned of that. The union government have no say as regards how we will procure. Now, therefore, you are most important. Therefore, a request was made on account of the Advocate General. I said that Advocate General's presence is not much required. We will run the DYI. DSI. So that is why you come into the picture, you get your instructions. We'll have it again because the matter is urgent. So we'll have it on 2nd of August. Get your instructions only to the effect.
Yes.
Because you see the affidavit which they have filed. They say that you are not. The union has no say out here. We can do by our method out here. The union have no business out there. Now, whether because this was done in 2018, whether it still is followed. So we are in 2023. And there is a state to this procurement which is obviously going to affect everybody. So we need to finish it off as soon as. So list the matter again on 2nd of August 2023. Mr. Architect Chaudhary, the Learned Counsel, appearing learned Deputy Solicitor General of India, appearing on behalf of the Union of India, shall obtain instructions as regards as to whether
NHF 5.
Annexure 5 whether Annexure 5 to to WPC number 523 of the 2023 imposes a limitation upon the state government to procure the furnitures by any other mode other than what has been mentioned in the guidelines. Interim order passed earlier shall continue till then. The petitioner, if so advised, would be at liberty to file their reply.
Public.